for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
What is going on, everybody?
That man,
your host.
Unphrased.
I noticed Jeff when I was doing the intro. He's like, "Oh man, that's cool."
I gotta get me some of that.
Like I said, it's kind of like the aha guy. Did he know?
Yeah.
He's gonna have to live his entire life with that one phrase being the only thing people know him by.
Yeah.
So we've got two guests. One we've had on, one that I've been trying to get on for forever.
Sorry.
So let's go to Mr. Old Car Guy right here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'm jealous. Jealous of both of you this week.
You know what? We're just trying to live the dream of being an aspiring YouTube star. And my name is Jason. I go by Old Car Guy here on YouTube. And my big claim to fame is that I just recently hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty excited about that. So thank you very much for everybody who has joined on board to the Old Car Guy family. Thank you.
Shut up, Meg.
It was all schmoozy. It was a good schmooze, though. I like the schmooze.
Yeah, pretty jealous of the 10,000, but definitely congratulations on all that, man. And you're building a garage along with Mr. Ford over here. So let's go to Jeff and see what he's got going on.
I'm still here. Still trying to build a garage. We're still rolling along. I'm really excited about that. I was wondering if you had hit the number yet, Jason. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear that you're rolling that well. That's super. That's a lot of work. People don't necessarily realize they don't run a channel how much work it is to get to 10,000. So we're drunkenly working our way to 100,000 on our channel, but it's going to be a minute. We're doing it slowly, and now that YouTube seems to not really give a crap about subscribers, I don't even know if I'm going to worry about it anymore. But I'm Jeff Ford with the YouTube show Auto Restomod. I've been doing this gig for about 10 years as a full-time job. It beats saying, "Would you like fries with that?" So
I don't know. They're getting paid pretty good right now, aren't they?
They are getting paid pretty good. I've been tempted a couple of times to just punch it all over and go and do either Lowe's or, work over there at McDonald's.
Maybe you could just put the GoPro on and still do a channel just flipping burgers. Yeah,
you could. I don't know how the boss would take it, but he'd probably want a percentage, and that would piss me off. So
is that better? We're working with all new stuff here, so I apologize if people can't see. If something's messing up, please go ahead and just tell me that.
Oh,
your daughter back there looks like a ghostly apparition that keeps coming in and out of frame.
I was going to geek it up and say that she looks like one of the Jedi after they passed away.
Luke, I am your father.
She got a new phone yesterday, so this is all she does now.
Yeah, I hear you. I've got one that's like that as well. So he lost his recently, though. Not lost it, but lost it. We won't go into all that, but
she just barely got a phone at Christmas time. She's turning 16 soon, and she's just now got a phone. So
that's the way we are at the house. But I'm sure people don't want to hear about what we do to our children. The evil that the evil parents that we are for not getting them phones when they want them.
We're such bad parents, aren't we?
I know. It's terrible. Isn't it?
It's terrible. It's a wonder that we're not at the Hague.
Hey, Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Oh, Bob. Here's your biggest fan right here.
Oh, okay.
This is Bob's biggest fan. Can you stop kicking the chair, please?
It's like going to the park. Hi, I'm in the middle of a show. Can I help you?
Well, there's not a broadcast that goes by that you don't hear. Guys, I'm recording.
Oh, I hate it so much. I just want to get an air horn or something to keep it attached to me. Just like
The
I
one
went
that
around
came
to the
in here,
house.
he's actually interested in being involved in theater and stuff. So he's naturally drawn to anything that's a camera. It's like he's like a moth.
Buffering. What's buffering? Yeah.
That's an aspirin, isn't it?
I don't
Sorry.
know.
What'd you call
You're
me?
gonna get dad jokes tonight. He said it's buffering, and I said it's an aspirin.
Oh,
Was it
buffering,
aspirin?
like-
Never mind.
Is Bob okay? Bob's okay. He's right here sitting next to us.
You just can't see him. Kind of like his daughter, he fades in and out. Every once in a while.
I should.
Oh, your mom's on. You're really in trouble now, bro.
Did you click? You didn't fix the name there, Ma.
Mom!
Mom!
Mom, the meatloaf.
Mom, have you seen this dog in the yard?
Younger clinker.
Yeah. So you
I
got.
told Jason this was going to be a tough one for you.
So F-250 fixer, that helicopter ride was actually the Sandwich Fair. I wasn't one of the lucky people in my Alaska group to be able to go into the native lands because they're very picky. They're not very accepting of people that are not native because they ran them out of.
They're racist,
Alaska.
George.
I don't know. I don't know how.
We're not that kind
Man,
of
you're using the
show.
racist
Ooh,
card
wow.
mighty early in the show.
I was answering the question.
Hey, Mama.
Good to go.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to move.
Oh my!
I'm gonna have to move this camera. It's literally so I got a 55-inch screen right now. I'm trying to work with, and my new webcam is literally right in front of the chat. So
We're kind
Well,
of
just look
doing
around
a-
it like I do when I'm doing mine.
Reminds me of
Can-
Dudes with Wrenches, where we're doing is looking at the side.
can one of you two do me a favor? Can you get the dog to stop chewing my chair?
Stop. Nothing with you. Doing- Oh, he's
Give
doing
the
that.
dog a bone.
Oh,
Hey, Jay.
that is my brother. He just started his YouTube channel. I'll give you a small plug, Jay. That's all I'm doing.
Congratulations, Jay. Welcome to the suck.
Though. He's 13. And he's actually doing pretty good. He got like 110 views on his first video, and it was only like maybe a 4-minute video. So I'm like, wow, that's really good, man. I don't even get those views sometimes.
I don't get those views sometimes.
No.
She fixed it. It's not Junker Clinkers
Oh, she
anymore.
fixed it.
You fixed the dog or what?
No.
Both. The dog is
Whoa.
not chewing on my chair, and my mother fixed
Oh, cheering on the chair. I said fixed it, and then it was like both.
That
Your
dog
daughter's
did not
amazing.
get-
She can fix a dog and make it stop chewing the chair all in one swipe. She must be a Jedi.
I-
Hello, Ann. Sorry, guys. We're just going to try and go through the chat real quick. I'm never going to be
Hi, Ann.
through it 100%.
Hi, Ann.
We got Ann, we it's Rich, we got Bob, we got Kyle, we got Zeta. Yeah, my goodness.
I mean, cool. It's Junkers, but cool. Welcome to the.
At least you didn't put a T after the U.
You had Nuck and Futz.
The only time I call you Lucers is if you've had a
Say hi.
hot date in the bathroom.
I'll try.
I forgot how much fun we had last time, Jason. We do have to do this again.
Oh, sometimes it's fun when you get absolutely nothing accomplished, right?
Which is where we're at right now.
It's every week for me. I just sit here. I make a complete ass out of myself, and people seem to watch it, so I keep coming back for the abuse. Hi, Kyle.
That's hey, Kyle.
Is that one of yours?
I don't know. I'm not on a first name basis with 86,000. So
Well, maybe you should be, Jeff.
Maybe that's why
a
you're
lot
not
of
at
people.
100.
That's a lot of thank you notes right there, brother.
And he wonders why he's not at 100,000.
When I get to 100,000, I'll hire a guy.
There you go.
He can take care of that for me.
No problem.
Send a thank you notes out to everybody.
Thanks
You
for
got-
watching.
Don't you have like 6 guys that could do that for you at home?
He's got him working on cars.
I got one guy. He's costing me an arm and a leg.
Well,
I finally hired
rancher.
an editor, Andrew, who's been with us for ages. He is now part-time on the show, and I sat him down the other day, and I gave him the speech of, if you want to make more money, you have to do things like find people for Patreon. If you can find more people for Patreon, you make more money.
There you
It's
go.
one of those wild, crazy things of, it's not like the government where they just make money. You have to actually pay for whatever is happening. So I did bring him on board. Part of I tell you what, he's been a godsend with all this going on with the shop. Some of the things that I've had going on with personal stuff, he's made it a lot easier to do my job. After 10 years, it gets a little sporty. And there's times when, as much as I love doing what I do, and as much as I love working on the old cars, there's times when doing the video side of things is just a chore.
It is. Yeah.
And I've got him now to help with that chore, and I'm basically teaching him the ropes of how to do what we do. And he's been an incredibly quick study. One night I'm gonna have to get him on somewhere with me. He's actually been a huge help, more so than I would have anticipated as quickly as he has been. He's been good at it. He really has.
I know that when I was just a watching person, just watching videos, I always wondered what happened behind scenes and how much footage was really cut. And now that I'm editing my own videos and doing that, it's like I don't use a lot of footage, and it kind of sucks because it takes away from my personality, I think. Because you're trying to make it as clean and
yes,
and it's like I swear all the time. I am not uptight like I am on camera. I know, right?
Your mom's on here. You cannot advertise that.
Mom, he never swears.
Yeah. Nope. Never done a bad thing this life.
So I guess you have to mark your channel. What is it? Not safe for children or whatever.
Yep, that's what I do every single one.
I do it anyway, just because I make more money that way. Do you know that if you do have it set up to where it's safe for kids, your monetization drops?
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, safe for kids. Safe for kids doesn't always just mean family friendly.
Right.
So it means you don't have. I think you don't. I'm pretty sure that you don't have ads. So there goes your ad revenue. There's certain things that you just can't do. So when you have when you list it appropriate for kids, you think you're doing your a favor by opening your audience, but you're not doing that because although it's a very small audience and maybe you are family friendly, it's not going to make you money.
Yeah, a ton of children's channels lost a butt ton of revenue from that, and it all stemmed from a lawsuit that happened over, I believe, child labor. Someone's kid sued them or something. I don't know if it was a kid or a lawyer got involved and wanted to know why the parents were using their children. I think it was a family that did pranks on each other, and this has been a couple of years ago when all this happened, and they got sued for it. And that, of course, YouTube, put the brakes on everything, and they hurt a lot of those channels because of what happened with that one channel. It ended up being a problem for a lot of other folks. It's kind of sad because, like I said, there's some good kids content that was out there, like Mr. Beast and things like that. I think his stuff is set up for kids, or it used to be. He may not be anymore, so he can actually get the revenue out of it, because they basically butchered the revenue stream for children's content.
Yeah, my buddy and I were talking about it earlier. He's probably one of the coolest, generous people that's out there. And I hope I find out that he's a real person. You know what I mean? That he really does the good that's been said and what he shows. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know there was another guy. I can't remember his name, but he's one out in California. He's a prankster, but he does good stuff too. And I heard that it's basically all fake. All his shows, the money he hands away is just fake.
I don't know about any of those other ones. Like Dude Perfect is another kids channel that kids like Dude Perfect is one of those, is the way I'll put that.
Right.
And again, I don't know that they set their monetization up for kid viewers and for kid content. They probably did like a lot of people did after all this happened, looked at it and went, no, this stuff isn't for kids and we don't recommend kids be with it or whatever. But, monetization is real tricky. I have a friend who runs a channel on firearms, and he does firearms restorations. He does old guns, stuff from the 70s and 60s on back. And he was losing a ton of monetization on his channel because of his word usage. YouTube will actually gig you for that. Like if you say shotgun, they'll demonetize it to a certain level. They cut a good percentage out of it if you're talking about firearms. So you really have to be very careful. And our channels, what we do with the car stuff, I try to stay clean with my when I'm talking, like no cussing or anything like that. I cuss a little bit, but I try not to do it on camera because, again, it's one of those things that can hurt your monetization. And if you're trying to do this to make money, that's one of the things you're trying to do. You're trying to get your cost, or I forget what it's called, the CPM up, so that you're making more money per view, and that's pretty important. If that's what you're looking for, if you're looking to try to make a little bit of money out of this.
Well, if I can add to that too, one of the things that people look at is making yourself or making your channel available to a multitude of people. So not just targeting one audience per se. So with the car niche, yeah, we're pretty narrow as far as I believe that we are.
Oh yeah.
But when you look at the broader spectrum, if you start cussing, well, you're going to eliminate probably a lot of maybe religious people or a lot of younger people or a lot of female audience from your channel. You start doing derogatory stuff, you're going to start, cutting that down and down and down. And before you know it, you've turned into an a-hole on camera, and all you attract is other a-holes to your what you're watching. So trying to be, if there's a piece of advice I could give, is try to be yourself. But if being you is cussing and swearing all the time, just know that you're going to limit the number of people who are okay with that.
Yeah. There was a channel
may not watch because of it.
There was a channel I used to watch on YouTube because the guy had such good information. He was very good at his craft with the automotive restoration, welding, all the hard crafts within what I do. But I mean, I had a father who could cuss worse than a sailor, and an uncle who was also the same way. And when they worked on cars, it was the most colorful language you could possibly hear being uttered. This guy was hard to watch because of how much he cussed and how he treated his people on camera. I don't know that he was that way for real, but his presentation on camera, he may have thought it was funny. To me, it was off-putting because, he was calling people names and throwing things and throwing wrenches when things didn't go well. When he was actually working, his work was impeccable. But his attitude and demeanor were off-putting for me. And I finally quit watching it because I just couldn't take it anymore. It was just like, man, every time I'm on here, I feel like I need to go take a shower when I'm done with the episode. So.
I just want to touch on what they're saying in the comments. We don't know what's up with the bacon thing with Bob, but we think it's funny, so just keep going with it.
Yeah, go Bob. If you like bacon, if you don't like bacon, you should probably just go ahead and leave. Just say it.
Right, exactly.
Hey Bob, have you ever had 250? Have you ever had chocolate covered bacon?
We were just watching a Food Network thing, and the bacon was like that camera can't see. It was like that thick, and it was maple, and then they put chocolate on it, and it's like.
That was where I was going to go next. Is chocolate covered? Yeah. It's the maple bacon with chocolate on it. It sounds really gross in the initial until you take a bite of it, and then all of a sudden it's like crack and you're hooked. You're going to people's houses and knocking on the door saying, "Hey man, you got that chocolate covered bacon?"
I had there's a local ice cream place called Jordan's, and they make maple bacon ice cream, and it is actually amazing. I probably bought at least 5 or 6 helpings over the season, and it's you can't compete. It's really, really good. You wouldn't think so, but
no, there's stuff like that when you hear that it's about the marketing of it. Somebody needs to change the name of it so that you'll eat it because it actually tastes really good.
Mm-hmm.
But you hear the name and you're like, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, do you guys remember about 10 years ago, Burger King came out with their bacon sundaes, where they actually had strips of bacon in their sundaes they could buy?
No.
Now, this is not a Canadian thing because the only Burger King we had was across the river in the U.S. And we would go over there, have our meal, and you could get like a hot fudge sundae, and it had a great big stick of bacon sticking out of it. And people thought it was going to be gross, but it borders right on that sweet and salty thing. So you just dip it in, you get a little bit of ice cream and a little bit of fudge, and
yep. No,
like you said,
I don't know why we're talking about food, but now you're making me want to go get a sundae.
I'll be right back.
Not good. Member left. Wait a minute. I'll be there in 20. I saw somebody made a comment on here about stuff to help grow the channels, and I mean I'm not any kind of expert by far because I've been doing this 10 years and I'm only at 86,000 subscribers, so I'm not any kind of guru. And I have a friend who is a guru, and he keeps telling me things I should do, and I'm like, I've gotten to a point in my life where I have sponsors. We have National Parts Depot as a sponsor. Eaton Detroit Spring sponsors us. And so when we're working on another company right now to try to get them on as a parts provider, not necessarily a financial sponsor. Your best bets probably would be to try to pick up something like that, but it's going to be very hard until you get to a certain level. My only advantage I have is I have a little bit of cachet in the car hobby because I've been in the industry since 96. So my problem now is a lot of the people that I've known in the industry we're all retiring. So the guys I know aren't necessarily in the positions they used to be in. So it's hard for me to sometimes get people to do parts with us. But, best bets probably would be to do things like Patreon is a good idea. You're not going to make, I don't know what it is now, but I know it used to be like 0.0001 cent if somebody clicks on an ad, or if somebody comes and watches your video and you have ads monetization from YouTube. It's a very paltry amount. And we make, because we have so many videos out right now, we make probably about $1,000 a month on revenue from YouTube. And that's an average because it does drop. Like this time of year, our revenue from them will go down into the toilet a lot because they lose a lot of their advertising and people start picking back up again as you get closer to the holidays. So there's money to be made, but you have to do things like what we were talking about before. The car stuff, you are a niche within a niche within a niche. And if you're like me and you're only doing classic muscle cars, you're a very small niche. The cool thing about what Jason does, and I like what he's doing, is he's got all kind of crazy stuff he's pulling together. I mean, he's got the Yugo, and he's got the Cordoba, and he's got Dale the truck. And I mean, the nice thing about that is you're spreading the jelly on the bread pretty amply. You've got a lot of different things you're doing. I mean, you guys had, when Jason had, was it DeVos Garage on?
Yep.
They just, because they do nutty stuff. And that's the other way you can go. But there's a danger in that, in my opinion, too, if you're not that guy. Diesel is hot right now. So that's another advantage he has, is that diesel stuff is really popular with a lot of folks. And so anything he does that's diesel related, because you're going to pull truck drivers, you're going to pull construction workers, you're going to pull in people that just want to see you do stupid stuff with diesels.
Hobbyists.
Yeah. I mean, me with what I do is probably somewhat of an error in if I wanted to get really big, really fast, we should have probably made it an interplay between Cam and me more than about what we do on the cars. Because that's what people seem to want to watch. What does best for us, if you guys want one weird ass tip from me, what does best for us is our talking head videos, where he and I just sit down and talk about a subject line. Those pop. So almost like what you're doing here tonight, that kind of thing. If you had you sitting down with somebody that was in your area that was really good at certain things, and you could bleed in B-roll video on top of you talking to him about what they do.
I've thought about doing stuff like that with like interviews and stuff. I just want to go to the chat real quick. F250. Sure. No, nobody's reached out to me for anything like that. I'm still a very small channel, very, very small channel. And as you guys know,
yes, at 250, it's hard to get any place like Grady's, Advance Auto, AutoZone, any of those bigger companies, even if they're a more local regional company, it's still very hard to get those guys interested in advertising with you. Yeah, the one thing I will say about affiliate programs, those are pretty good. You have to be very careful on your affiliations. Just watch and read everything. I had someone try to get me to do an affiliate program with them about 5 years ago, and I read this fine print, and they somehow were thinking that they would own the videos that I produced and put together and did, that their ads appeared in, and they would own them in perpetuity and throughout the known universe. I swear to God, that was in the contract.
No.
Well, and one thing too about doing YouTube is that a lot of people look at it and say, you know, it's something that I want to do for fun. And that's how I started. I just wanted to do it for fun. I said, well, I'm doing all this stupid stuff, you know, weird projects anyway. Why not grab a camera and do what everybody else is doing? And then you start hitting goals, and then you start making a little tiny bit of money. Maybe it's $25 or $30 or $100 a month. And then you realize the potential that YouTube has to pay. And the revenue and the money you make because of your YouTube channel does not have to solely be YouTube ad revenue. You can get into some affiliate programs. You can get into some sponsorships. You can do merchandise where you sell, T-shirts, hats, hoodies, whatever, with your logo on them. There's different things that you can do to reach out and find a stream that's going to pay you over and above YouTube, but because of YouTube.
There's
So,
an
opportunity.
Yes, I agree with you. I was going to say too, don't forget about Patreon and things like that. There's a couple that one of my friends watches they're sailing around. I don't think they're sailing around the world right now because of all the COVID problems, but that's where they started their channel, and they put content up on YouTube to drive people to the Patreon, so that people subscribe to the content that they provide on Patreon, which is different content than what you see on YouTube. And they're actually using YouTube to make their living because of their Patreon account. A lot of the gun channels, the guys who do firearm stuff, that's where they make their money. They're not making money from anything else because they're doing the Patreon thing to support the channel. Hickok 45 is one that's been around for ages, and he got demonetized, and that's what he finally went to, as a Patreon model. Honest Outlaw is another one that's, that's a gun channel out there that he's had to go to a Patreon model as well. There's nothing wrong with doing Patreon as far as that's concerned. But the one thing I will say that a lot of guys, if you're doing this to try to make money at it, this is a full-time job. This is probably more than a full-time job if you do it right. With Andrew and I both working, with Andrew and I both working, we're still putting in. I'm still putting in. I'm in here at night. A lot of times I'll be in here answering viewer mail, staying in contact with my people, because that's one of the algorithms that YouTube pays attention to. If you are going in and answering comments on your videos, and oddly enough, if you're in there and answering your comments, the sooner you answer them when they put them up, the better. And that all that stuff affects your algorithms. How often you post videos, what kind of videos you post, and go into the algorithms or the analytics and watch your analytics, and that'll tell you a lot of what you need to know about that.
Yeah. No, I've been watching the analytics pretty hard. I've been trying to figure all of it out. I definitely do that every time somebody comments, because I have the app on my phone, so it tells me, hey, somebody said something. And the second I get it, and then I'll go in and in most cases I'll say something back just so they know that somebody's actually on the other end.
I'll say that Jason has done a very artful job in increasing his viewership in a very short order. I've been really impressed with what I've been seeing, because he's combining your medias, and that's another thing that Jason probably would do better at.
Stop it.
You better send me that $20. That's all I
told
say.
you I wasn't sending you a damn nickel.
In that case, his channel sucks, guys. Don't watch it.
I will add. So I had a nickname for Old Car Guy because he's like the Bob Ross of automotive.
We're just gonna see a little.
I can see you with that
You
beard, with the big ass hair. Woo!
You get education and like, what do you call it? Meditation at the same time.
So this is
There you
old
go.
car guy right here.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Love it.
Anyway, back on my little tirade about Jason's stuff. What the heck was I saying anyway?
Oh, you were saying how handsome I am.
Well, what he does is he's much better at this than we are right now, because we take a lot of photographs and we have these great aspirations of putting them on Instagram, and they're all either in Andrew's camera or my camera on our phones, and they never go up on Instagram. And I've kind of tried to put him in charge of that, but I'm one of those people that I'll watch what you do when I tell you to do something, and if you don't do it, I realize that that's not a strength. Andrew's true strength is editing. So I'm not gonna worry about him doing that. It's gonna fall back on me. I'd probably do better putting my wife in charge of Instagram, because she loves the photograph stuff and she loves putting them up and seeing the reactions and things like that. But it's really turning into if you're trying to grow your channel, it's turning into a multimedia process. You have to be on Instagram. You really need to be putting stuff on Facebook possibly. And my friend Bill, he has talked about that for me, and it's like, again, I'm in a position where it's like, I don't know that I really want to spend the time, because I have so much going on with family, trying to get the shop done. When the shop is finished and I'm at a point where we're running a steady weekly, you'll probably start seeing a lot more Instagram out of me, because I can cross, now that Instagram is part of Facebook, you can cross promote. You can throw it on Instagram and it'll pop on Facebook. So it's but then you have to keep track of both of them, and that's dizzying, to be sure. But Jason does a much better job at that than I do. He's way better.
It's funny that you say that, and I appreciate that. The sentiment is Grant and I have been talking about accountability, and one of the things, well, you guys know that him and I do the Car Guy and Six Fan show, which is coming up at 8 o'clock here, pretty quick. One of the things, shameless plug. One of the things that him and I do is we try and hold each other accountable for certain things, and we keep a kind of a tally, not necessarily to pick each other apart, but to help each other grow. And one of the things that we both committed to for 2022 is just that, is increasing our social media presence, not just YouTube, not just trying to get the video out there, but A, promoting the video, B, interacting with your followers that want to comment on your pictures or whatever. I'm not very good at the TikTok thing, but it is something that I've picked up, that I've tried to get into. Why? Because there's such a huge following with the TikTok right now that if you're not on that bandwagon, you're going to lose it, Jeff. So I'm just saying, it's something that you might want to pick up on.
I agree with you on that. I mean, it's one of those things where, we probably are going to be doing more of those type of videos. It's just a level of exhaustion.
So
with media production,
I'll tell you completely, I suck at doing multiple platforms. My buddy Adam, I don't know if he's in the chat yet. He usually stops in. I go down and see him almost once a day, because he's literally right back at Dunkin' Donuts. You got to go to Dunkin' Donuts every day. So he's always bitching at me. He says, you've got to do this TikTok thing. You have to. It's going to get your name out there, and it's another platform to make some money. Get a broader range. So I ended up starting doing TikTok. As of last Sunday, I think it was, I had like 80 followers. And he was complaining last week, and I said, you know what? Here's my information. Do whatever you want. Nothing political, nothing like that. Just make it all about automotive. Take whatever videos you want, cut them up. He's got me almost 400 subscribers.
Yep.
In a matter
TikTok
of days.
will grow. I just wonder how much of that's going to transfer into a good revenue stream. I mean, I don't even know how to revenue that. So I got to look into it, though. You guys are right. That's probably something we need to do.
Well, here's an example. Here's an example. You guys know Luke from Coastal Auto Reaction. So he's been on our channel before. Him and I talk almost daily
Why don't you
through text or we call or whatever. So way back in the spring, I told him, have you seen my new video on TikTok? He's like, well, what's TikTok? And I said, well, you got to get over there and check it out. And he was reluctant to do it. But finally, he jumped over, he created the account, and he's just recently, just before Christmas, started making TikToks. And he went from 0 followers to over 30,000 followers on TikTok in the course of about a month. And he's already monetized. He's already getting paid because of just a couple of videos. So that's all it takes is just that one video on TikTok. I have one that went over 1 million views. And I went from
How does that
like
translate, you
800.
think, into your YouTube channel, though?
Well, I think what it does is I do certain TikToks sometimes that direct people back to my YouTube. So you want to see more of what I'm doing here? It's on it's on YouTube, right? So
Yeah.
I think the idea is that you need to cross promote your social media, right? If Instagram is where you're at and where you're making money, direct them to Instagram. If it's YouTube, do that. They all got to work together, and there's a place for them. So it's just, if you're going to be on social media, and YouTube is social media, then you've got to make sure that people who might not follow you elsewhere follow you there. And there's a whole stream of other people who may want to follow you. They just don't know it yet. Right. And that's kind of what getting people kind of cross promoting that you're on your social media. Yes, it's a lot of work. I get it. But right now, just like Snapchat was a couple of years ago, you kind of got to change with the times. And if the kids are all there, I say kids, like if you're under 30, you're a kid to me. And I'm a kid to Jeff.
Into that.
I'm a kid to Jeff. So.
I'm in no danger of being a kid to you.
But anyways, the idea is that if you're not tapping in to the popular social medias, you're missing out, I guess is what I'm getting at.
No, I think that's a really good point.
So I got to ask questions here because it makes me nervous when somebody says drag in the middle of winter here. What kind of drag show is this? Because nobody's got their drag cars out.
Oh, I thought maybe he was talking about something else.
I hope they're not talking about something else because I'm sorry, but I'm not interested in getting involved in stuff.
Isn't there a thing that you guys do up in Canada where they drag race on the lakes when they freeze over?
Yeah,
we have ice races, but they're not drag races.
Well,
no,
we have
drag racing.
We have snowmobile drag racing up here too. Yep.
But, I lived in Minnesota for about 3 years, up near off Lake Superior near Duluth, and they had all that kind of crazy stuff up there too.
You have a Duluth?
I lived in Duluth for about 3 years. I spent 3 years there, 5 years, or spent 5 years there, 3 years. Because it's just, we were there for one of the biggest storms they ever had. It shut down the interstate in Minnesota. And if you can shut down the interstates in Minnesota, you're doing something. I mean, it was that bad. It was this blizzard of 77 or 78. I can't remember which.
Well, you guys are in New Hampshire, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, he's in New Hampshire. And I'm down here in sunny South Carolina where it was 74 degrees on Christmas
Talking
Day.
to you, Jeff.
Oh, man. You're a little envious.
Yes, I will rub that in for the rest of the show.
So anyways, the point I was getting at is I'm in New Brunswick, so I'm only like one state separates us. And so like whereabouts in New Hampshire are you?
I'm in Laconia.
Okay, so you're kind of in the middle of the state.
Yeah, kind of.
Upper
it depends on what way you drive in, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you go to the racetrack, you're only about 20 minutes up the road, aren't you?
Yeah, we're not far.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
You talking about Loudon, New Hampshire Speedway? Yeah, we're only literally 20 minutes. Oh, Jeff, I forgot to play this one for you when you were talking about sun and stuff.
I will smash your face into a car windshield.
You got to come get me first.
Oh, you got me there.
By the way, it's 68 on Saturday, too.
I'm running out of memes to throw at you.
You know, the other day when it was 19 degrees or whatever, we could have used some of that heat.
Oh, yeah.
All you got to do is move down here where I'm at, and it's sometimes it's like that.
In the summer, it
sucks.
I was replacing a starter in my 02 F-150. Oh, we're kind of warm right now.
Oh, we're 28. New Brunswick's warmer than we
Yeah,
are
we're-
right now. We're at 28.
Oh, it won't show you. We're 28 right now.
We're
Yeah.
at Mustang degrees.
Soon enough, the Mustang eventually will come in. Eventually.
Oh,
And
shoot.
says hi, Bob. They talked about bacon and underwear and socks, and
Right now, they want you to do
I
a
can't
calendar
follow-
shoot. The
I
12
can't
months
follow
of
everything.
12 months of a photo shoot for calendar.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
Hey, you know what? If it generates some business, maybe we will.
There you go.
Sorry, Bob. It's time to exploit you.
I'm
Oh.
going to exploit him a little
Yeah.
more. I will say this. This man over here, Bob, he's one of the most upstanding men that you will ever meet. He single-handedly raised 3 teenagers, 2 girls and 1 boy, and he's still alive to tell the tale, and none
He
of us
doesn't have any
drugs.
gray in his beard either.
Yeah.
Who,
Well-
Bob?
I don't
And
know.
we're not talking about me. We're talking about Bob.
Bob.
Bob is Brittany's dad. He's,
Oh,
he's
sure
kinda,
is.
Yeah.
I sure
He's
as hell know
kind
you're
of
not
the
talking about me.
he's kind of the shop mascot.
I'm not even going to talk about my color of my hair.
Well, listen, guys. I've been here about 15 minutes longer than I should have been, and I see Grant was in the chat there for a minute or two, and I think that was a sign for me to get my rear end in gear and prep for our own show. So I hate to leave you guys early, but we've got to get ready for that.
Well,
Come on,
I
you
appreciate
hoser.
you coming in.
The next time I need some therapeutic car advice, I'm going to watch your channel.
There you go. See,
I got to get
Okay,
caught up
so
on the
everybody-
garage.
cars.
I got to get caught up on the garage. It's been a couple of weeks since I watched a video about
He's
the
outrunning
garage.
me right now. He's got OSB up and everything. So
The last one I watched, you had just dried it in. So
Yep. So we've got the garage doors on now. We've got we're starting to put the ceiling up, and my light showed up this week. I'm still waiting, like I said, still waiting for an electrician, but I got my plug-ins pretty well wired and just all that stuff. It'll all come to a head here pretty quick. I'm going to be doing an update video probably in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that, guys.
we'll do.
give me a holler,
Appreciate it very
Jason.
much.
Let's try to get together, bud.
For sure. Thanks. I appreciate you.
Take care, man.
asking
Have
me
a good
over.
one.
Thank you.
All right, that does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
I love it.
If
Oh,
I'm going, right?
I love doing those. They haven't been very well received with some of the guests, to be honest with you.
I don't care. I mean, I'm believe me, I've got a thick enough skin after doing this for 10 years.
Yeah,
Like I
the
told you
comments-
last time, I've been told I have a toupee. They talk about my Muay Thai elbows because I have bursitis in both of my elbows now. So I don't care. All that stuff don't bother me at all.
Yeah, Jaden, my brother there, he went and plugged my channel on TikTok, and they won't let him do lives anymore.
Not anymore.
Anymore for 2 years, right?
No.
Wow.
I don't know. For a while.
Ellie Mae has been put out in the pasture, and I'm very sad, even though I understand it's not her turn.
Well, you can't say to the pasture because that means that they're done.
Well,
This is not an El Camino. This is a Mustang.
We call that the field of dreams.
yes, the Field of Dreams.
Well, we got a Falcon on one side of the house, and then an El Camino on the other, and then the Mustang in the front.
That's
No,
why I
I-
moved to 4 acres. I can throw many cars on the yard.
Oh, listen, I say it all the time. I can't wait till I'm rich and I can have a
I don't
huge
wait till you're
garage.
rich. That's what debt's for.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't afford anymore.
Life would be boring if you weren't in debt.
I don't know about that.
No, in debt, not in debt.
Hey, Chief, one of your guys said his dad's 87. My uncle is 83, and he has a 81 F100 that he bought that the 6-cylinder was dead in it. And so I contacted him. I said, hey, man, I know you're putting the engine in that thing, or you're going to pull the engine so we can put it in there. Call me, and I'll come over, and I'll help you. And so a couple days went by, and I never heard from my uncle. And so I called him up and said, hey, Bill, what's the deal? I go, I got the engine out. I'm like, by yourself? He goes, oh, yeah. I'm like, whatever, Bill. You just do you. If you don't need my help and don't want my help, just tell me. I won't be insulted at all. but he's 83 and still out there. But he used to be part of what we called the O team on the show. He and my dad would come on occasionally, which that was a lot of fun having them on the show. And that's the cool thing about doing this kind of stuff. You can have family members on if you want. Just be careful having kids under the age of 13 because they will gig you for it.
Yep, actually, I remember you told me that long while back. I haven't had anybody under that age there.
I've got, like I said, one of the twins that was in here, just because we've got twin boys, and one of the twins that was in here, he's chomping at the bit to get on the show. And he's like, I'm like, this summer when you turn, because his brother and I, we were all three born at the same hospital, admittedly quite a number of years apart, and we both share the same birthday. We share the same birthday. All of us were born on June 14th. And so it's kind of cool, but he really likes the acting side of things, and he wants to be on the show. So
that's not what the chat's about. My daughter's trying to start a chat room like Yahoo used to be.
So they're talking about TikTok, I guess.
Well, so to my knowledge, TikTok is owned by, who's it owned by?
I don't know.
Isn't it Facebook? So I know that
No,
Google
Instagram is Facebook, I think.
Google is owned by, or no, sorry, Google owns Instagram and is it Instagram, Facebook?
It's owned by ByteDance,
ByteDance?
which is it's a Beijing-based company. So when you're doing stuff on TikTok, you're helping out the Red Chinese. I know we're not going to get political. I'm just saying that it's a Chinese company.
You know, you seem to have an appreciation for 80s music, so I'm just going to say, if your bike don't dance, and if it don't dance, then it ain't no bike of mine.
Thank you for sticking that in my head for the rest of the evening. I appreciate it. And now I have an earworm I have to find a way to get rid of. When you grow up in the 80s, you're kind of stuck with the music, you know?
Yeah.
This apparently is my oldest son right here. He's decided he wants to do YouTube, but he's going a completely different route than I would ever do. He's doing paranormal stuff.
Nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of folks out there that enjoy it. There's a channel I watched for a while. The guy does stories on the paranormal, and he's basically kind of like you. He's got a green screen setup that he uses, and he just tells a story. He sits there for 20 minutes and tells you a story about things that happened. You know, and it's kind of neat. He gets off into the macabre where he talks about, people that get murdered and things like that. That kind of stuff actually sells really well as well. If you can find, murder mystery stories that people haven't beaten to death on YouTube, it does well. So
yeah. No,
I admit he was one of my guilty pleasures there for a while. But he does some of the goofy stuff that they tell you to do where if you don't subscribe to the channel, a spider will fall down on your face and get in your mouth when you sleep.
Yeah, we listen to those ones all the time.
I got over that real quick, and I'm like, okay, if you keep doing this. So I just started scrolling through his intro. It looked like he started talking about the thing. I said, okay. Oh, yeah, Bob. I remember AOL chat rooms. You get yourself in a lot of trouble in those, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
They had one for everything.
Oh, yeah. You can get in, like I said, you can get in all kind of trouble with them. So, yep. I can remember dial-up when you'd go into the chat rooms, you'd sit there and wait for all the squealy noises to get over with.
Ring, ring, ring. Ding, ding, ding. You got mail.
Yep, you got mail.
Yeah, you got mail.
I try to tell these kids they don't understand what it's like to have someone on the phone and someone trying to get on the computer, or vice versa. If you have someone on the computer all day, you can't get onto the phone.
Or you have to wait till after 7 to have a cheaper phone call.
Yep.
Makes total sense, right?
Yep. I can remember when long distance was, you had to pay by the minute for long distance.
Oh, was that?
So, I'm originally from Vermont. My mother came down here to New Hampshire, and we're broke people. If it instead of a collect call accepting that, you have that like 20-second window to say your name, I would say a whole sentence in that and then hang up, and then she'd call me back, or my father would call me back. That way it was cheaper.
It's like those commercials.
I'd want to eat some more.
My grandmother, when we said, you still had to pay things where you had long distance service, my grandmother would call my mom, and I've never heard anyone talk as much like an auctioneer as my grandmother would talk, because she was trying not to waste our money. She'd call up my mom, and she'd be like, brrr, and my mom's like, I really hardly can understand her. And she's just trying to save mom money, but she kept having to repeat herself because mom couldn't understand her because she was talking so fast.
Where'd you come from, dudes? I didn't even see
He just
you.
pops right in. He must just got to work. What's going on, dudes?
Dude.
You talk. I don't know if you've met him yet or you've watched any of his videos. He is a funny man.
Yeah, party lines, and yeah. I lived in Minnesota. We had a party line for a little while. That was kind of funny. All the old biddies would get on the line. When it would ring for the other people, they would pick up as quick as they could to be on the line so they could hear what the gossip was for somebody else.
Now you just have Facebook.
Yeah, who needs a party line anymore? You can go on Facebook and you can get dirt on people you don't even know.
I can remember growing up, my father had this radio that he could tune into pretty much any frequency from, I don't know, 1,000 gigahertz to 1,000,000, whatever. And he would be able to pick up people's phone calls, and we'd listen to them. And it would just be like, now it's probably a felony to do that, but
might have been a felony back then, but who's going to be able to catch you? They didn't have the stuff to do it unless they're really trying to triangulate you.
That's true. That's very true. Dudes, if you want to come in anytime, just let me know, man. I don't want to pressure you.
I don't know where I was.
All right. Have fun, LS.
Thanks for coming in.
Oh, God.
Biddies, yeah.
Zenith. I remember
They made
Zenith
TVs for a long time.
Yep, they did. I can remember when we'd take TVs to the repair shop instead of throwing them out and going and buying a new one.
That's really weird. We were talking about that the other day. A friend of mine, the guy that lives up in New Hampshire near you, was about an hour away from you. He and I were talking about how you used to repair things rather than getting rid of them. And I've got that bone in me from my folks, because if something breaks around here, I'll try to repair it. And the stuff that they make today is really not designed to be repaired. Usually,
Not unless you're
I'm like that too. F-250. I've got a couple of old dial phones that I want. One of them I want to paint red and put on the desk somewhere when I get our offices put up.
Yep.
Didn't we all?
I think so.
At least if you're of an age.
Yep. So I grew up older anyhow because my father was cheap as hell. And
I see your dad met my dad.
I mean, they had remotes when I was growing up, and
and
more than 13 channels, but not in my house.
No, when I was growing up, you had 13 channels. And the TV, when I was young, the channels shut off at midnight.
Yeah, we had that the scramble
bar
line
with the Indian on it and stuff. Yeah, all that stuff was when I was a kid.
I still remember the 2:00 in the morning infomercials. We had like Michael Bolton and Celine Dion come on.
Oh yeah, you get the Michael Bolton CD collection.
Of course, you remember that.
Yanni.
Yeah, Yanni.
Learn how to paint with Bob Ross.
Yeah.
I've tied it all back together for you.
What is that
It's
guy's?
in the trash.
I'm trying to think of the guy's. Who's the fiddler there? The violinist.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember now.
He's got curly hair, and he's like this German guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Andre Rieu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Movie right there.
Oh, I
if you want
love
to know
that
anything
movie.
about the South, watch that movie.
I love it. We were just talking about this last week. We figured it was at least 5 times this year we watched it. Was that about right, guys?
Our guinea pigs all have Smokey and the Bandit names except
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that movie. I saw that in the theater when it first came out, and we were in Minnesota when we saw it. So it's one of those things where all the Southerners that were in the group that went to go see it were laughing like hyenas. The people from up north, from up there in Minnesota, are like, "Is this supposed to be funny?" No, this is really funny stuff.
No, this is real.
I like a friend of mine pointed out years ago that it's one of the first movies he can remember seeing that had just a gratuitous burnout when the bandit did the burnout in the Firebird, just because he could. He was at the stop sign, looks both ways, and takes Zamfir. That's the one I was thinking about with the pan flute. Yeah.
And the knife that could cut the tomato.
Oh yeah. Ginsu knives.
Yeah.
Is that the one that had the
I see you have
sharpener?
watched some of the same television I have watched.
Yeah.
I always like the line you have in that when they're trying to get him to do the run. He goes, "I'm gonna need a fast car." And they start panning the money out, and he goes, "Faster than that."
Yeah.
No, it was speedier than that.
Speedier than that,
yeah. Between him and his uncle, it's Back to the Future, word for word. For him, it's Smokey and the Bandit, word for word.
For me, it's Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but that's a
Oh,
totally different lifestyle.
I fart in your general direction. Your mother smells.
Your mother smells of elderberries.
Yes. That's
so
awesome.
So, Ann, what's up
He's
with the
got a
bacon
mean
and the wooden
streak
leg?
a mile wide.
Yeah.
You got to explain this to me. We're very confused over here. I like bacon and have a wooden leg. I'm happy for you.
Well, if you run
you're
out
happy.
of fuel to cook the bacon, you could cut off a piece of your wooden leg for kindling.
You can use it for kindling.
Toe by toe.
Are wooden legs made out of
wood?
Pressure treated?
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe.
I mean,
it's only arsenic. What's the harm in that?
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
I'm not, but I'm a very old soul.
She knows way more older things than I do, and I thought I was old.
We're not going to talk about old here. I could get self-conscious about that.
Reminds me.
Are you crying, Bob?
No, I guess I'm wrong.
Bob having a moment over there.
He's having a moment over there.
Having a moment.
A syphilis face.
No, dude. No, God.
I don't know. It was there. I had to click it.
I like how you put
that could get very dangerous. That could get you put in jail in certain instances. It was just there. I had to click it. Yeah, sir. Whatever.
How about this one?
That's an attention getter.
He's probably my favorite character in the whole movie.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. Junior's pretty funny. I mean, he doesn't do a hell of a lot. He just acts stupid. It's like, you watch the game. I'm going home.
But Dad, I gotta.
I like Snowman. He was one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah,
that whole interplay between Jerry. He wrote the song for that movie in one night.
He did, and he was actually supposed to be cast as the Bandit.
Yep.
But I've watched a million bios about it. Burt Reynolds was staying with the guy that wrote.
Hal Needham and him were friends.
Yep.
Hal Needham, the guy who directed it, and Burt were friends.
So, did you hear about the myth of Smokey is the Bandit?
I hadn't heard that one yet.
Really? So it's said because Burt Reynolds and Sally Field said, "We're done. We're not doing any more of these because it was killing them." You know. What the hell is his name? I just played him too. My brain's not thinking. But he was supposed
Jackie
to play.
Gleason.
Yeah, Jackie Gleason. He was supposed to play both parts, and that they did the whole movie. And then they brought it to a panel, and they were like, "This movie sucks. Nobody's going to watch it." So they put Jerry Reed in as the Bandit.
Huh.
That's why the last one was so shitty, because they just redid his scenes.
Well, was it the third movie or the fourth movie?
It was the fourth or fifth one. I can't remember.
I was gonna say because there was one of them.
There was three. I think there was three.
called
One of them had Jim Neighbors in it.
Oh, me, Jim Neat.
I didn't even know there was a third one. I knew that there was a second
I think
one.
there was
There's
three.
There was four, I think.
I was gonna say one
Maybe.
of those he plays all his relatives too. It's like he calls in all his relatives to help catch the bandit.
That was the second one.
and they're all Jackie Gleason.
Yeah,
and different.
that was the second one. I don't know. Could I play this on here without getting in trouble? Why not? No, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't.
You get shut down.
Yeah, it's a pretty salty show if you watch it. It's funny because I was going to watch it with my boys, and I watched it through the eyes of a parent and decided that maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
I probably have watched that show. No shit. Probably at least 5,000 times in my lifetime. I can remember on my grandmother's shag carpet in her trailer, I would sit there and watch that show over and over and over.
Yeah, they did 3 of them. I thought it was 3.
I thought it was 4 for some reason.
I'm only seeing 3 movies.
Where do you get a 10-pound box?
It's the internet.
Oh.
No, Shade Truth's talking about a 10-pound box of bacon.
Oh, that reminds me of a picture I took of a 30-pound cheese wheel.
Oh yeah, I've seen the cheese wheels.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Talk about a stalker upper.
Your fans are saying hi, Bob.
Oh.
He's watching on the TV. It hasn't caught up yet. It depends on if it's the other kind of drag. I stay out of all that with my political views and everything else. I don't go. I will not speak of anything good or bad about any of that.
You're not gonna say hi, Dad? Your fans?
Punch your mama right in the mouth.
Hi.
I know I didn't put that one in there yet.
I love that line.
That was
Yeah, the
great.
other two were pretty bad, Bob.
Welcome back, dudes.
Well, dudes, like I said, if you want to come in anytime, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's cool too. Just let me know and I'll send you a link if you want to come in, buddy.
That's true. I mean, maybe not everything. There's certain things that bacon really doesn't go well with. But I really can't think of many.
Night, Ann.
Good night, Ann.
Thanks
Good
for
night, Ann.
the laughs.
And the bacon.
And the bacon. And the wooden leg.
Keep your leg away from a sizzling stove.
True. And the
Yeah.
bacon grease, because it can catch the leg on fire, and then you got a real problem.
That's very unless she needed a torch.
Do they even make wooden
Yeah, but then
legs
she's got to hop around on one foot and hold the leg out in front of her.
She could do her what do you call those handstands?
I know, Jamie. I've never seen a 30-pound box either, but doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right?
Maybe like if you're, one of those breakfast places.
Yeah, maybe. I guess that.
The smokehouse down the road, maybe.
I'm going to have to be joining Ann here pretty quick. I have kids to put to bed.
Oh.
And that is one of those processes around here because we go from 9 to 18 in our kids. So,
do I have toweling? I don't know if I made that one, did I?
You were going to. I don't know if you did.
I don't think I made a tally one, or I deleted it.
I really want that to be Pimento Mori Paranormal.
Pimento?
Pimento.
Like,
like pimento cheese.
Yes.
Get all fat and sassy.
I've always wanted to know what that woman looked like. Now I know. Eat bread.
Get all fat and sassy.
Eat bread and cake and get all fat and sassy.
She would have thought she was getting fat and sassy from the dinner we ate tonight. I found this
That one
recipe.
wasn't that bad.
Oh,
No,
my.
it was Carb Central. I found this recipe. It was it's pasta, and then you put tomato sauce, the pizza cheese, the pepperoni, and all that, and it's pasta pizza.
My daughter made a noodle dish tonight that was amazing. She's good at that kind of stuff. I didn't have to cook, so I was pleased about that. I was going to say that Bob was saying stuff. Hollywood Nights is probably my other era movies, ones from that same time frame. I loved Hollywood Nights. That was a funny movie. It was another one that I was going to show the boys, and I started watching it going, no, I can't show them that one either.
So talking about older movies, I'm younger than you are. I was
Way to
there.
rub it in.
Yeah, way to rub it in, right? I was there
Facts is facts.
when Back to the Future actually became Back to the Present.
Yes.
That was an iconic night. I had everything all planned out. We got all the kids' shit done way early. I had dinner cooked early, and we sat down. We watched the movie, and all throughout it, I'm like, hey, "It's coming up! It's coming up!"
Yep.
And when it did, my oldest is like, "Hey, that's today's date." I'm like, "Yeah, I've been waiting for this for like 25 years, dude."
Goals, man. Goals.
No, it was. It was mid.
It was like I saw somewhere the other day. There was a meme that said Mad Max was set in 2021.
Was it really?
Yeah.
No shit.
So it's like, and the meme was, Mad Max was set in 21, and it showed the I can't remember the bad guy character from it, but he's the one that has the big mask on. He's not wearing anything but a leather loincloth, and it says, "When are we supposed to be able to start dressing like this?"
So,
Someone wants a link.
how much more time have I got with you?
I'm gonna have to get off here pretty quick here. I've got, like I said, I gotta get the kids ready for bed, and my wife and I will kind of go through the night with them. If the teens are still around, we sit down and chat with them for a little while before they head off to bed too, because I got school tomorrow. So
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going tonight. I like to go a little bit longer because I really do enjoy these things.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Heat wants to go.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm trying to.
Oh. Sorry, being pushy.
I
Fast enough.
need a guy to do all this stuff for me.
gotta hire the guy.
I
Hey,
could
get the
do
one on
it.
the phone to do all that for you. She's not doing anything.
Which one? The one
The
on the
wraith
phone?
in the background on the phone.
Oh, the Jedi?
She's the one that keeps disappearing and reappearing.
Well, I like it because I can disappear to eat my ice cream bar without being unlocked. And then when I'm done, I can go back in.
I just eat the ice cream. It's okay. It makes me want to go get one. So
Right?
Go give him one.
So, yeah,
What?
I'd like to do a big
What? I
panel
wanna be
one
on
night. I
a
don't know
team.
if you'd be interested in it.
If I go this way, I'm gonna-
I don't know if you'd be interested in it.
sure.
I'm always trying to do something a little out of the abnormal. I want to get some of you bigger guys to keep coming on, you know?
Well, you got me here. So I mean, I like I said, I was like tonight. Yeah, I had time tonight. I just never know with all the stuff, with kids, we've got hither, thither, and yon, running them around doing stuff. The twins are in martial arts along with the youngest boy. So we've got that on Wednesday nights. And then we run a group for our church group on Tuesday nights. Normally, we've had so many people sick down here that we had to cancel it for this week. Not necessarily COVID related, just people being, bugs running around. So with everybody's paranoia, nobody wants to get together. So we canceled for Tuesday, but
we ended up getting it up here. Every one of us in this house got it, and that's not a trash can.
it is now.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as what you hear, but
mine was bad. I got it July-ish of last year, and I was a hair's breadth from having to go to the hospital.
Really,
yeah, my oxygen levels were down in the 80s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so Brittany and Bob ended up going and getting injections. I didn't end up getting injections. I just kind of weathered it out. I didn't have any breathing problems or coughing or anything really. I was just I was down. I was down for quite a few days.
Yep. Yeah, the cognitive issues and all that stuff were pretty bad for me up until probably 2 months after the event. After I got over it, I was still having real, like being able to concentrate down and do things I needed to do. Had hair loss issues, which was kind of weird for a little while.
Really?
And that's one of the things that people will say is that hair loss is one of the after effects of COVID.
Is that what's wrong with me?
That's what it is. It was the COVID.
I got something to blame it on.
There you go.
No, I got the taste and smell left a day before my quarantine was up. and I'm just now getting some of it back. It's not back 100%. It's really weird.
There's my son, the oldest boy, it took him about 2 months after COVID to finally get all of his taste and smell back. And mine was kind of funny because there was like there's a particular French onion dip that I really like that I'll eat. I get some chips and eat it up just as a snack. And for about a month after I got over mine, it didn't taste good to me.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I was doing better. When I ate my one chip one day, I just went there and said, I'm going to try again. Ate me a chip. I go, okay, that's back. We're okay.
I don't think that I've eaten as much like solid dinners. Would you say that? I've snacked a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
I don't want dinners as much as I used
Your level of seconds, because I'm not trying to toot any horns, but I like to cook. And usually he used to put away, 2 or 3 helpings, but now he can have one plate and he's all.
But the problem is that I snack all the time. I was never a huge snacker. It's just when I do eat, I just eat too much. I mean,
right.
Mine
affected work for me. I mean, just in general, it was really tough. We did a lot of talking head videos after COVID, just because my strength was not there.
Good night, F2.
I've had no problems, but I mean,
well,
I can't go there. My dad is
either.
literally sitting right there right now. I can't even go into detail. Oh, and my kid.
Have a good night, 250.
Thanks, 250.
My channel's Auto Restomod, AUTORESTOMOD, all one word.
He's the biggest one in here.
You're not talking about being a jerk, right?
What? What about me?
What about you?
F2 Fixie. F2.
Oh.
I am having a hard time with that name right now. I've gone through
I just call him F250.
I like F2 Fixie. That's pretty good. I might steal that for a. If I get an F250 for something, I might call it that.
Everyone's live tonight. I know that old car guy was going to do his. I kind of feel like a shitbag continuing to go when he's on, but there's no other times for me to be on. Everybody else is live all the time.
Well, that's just the nature of the way this stuff is.
Yeah.
I'll go out and do other people's live stuff. I'm not going to do it myself. That's just one more thing to do. And I'm not interested in the one more thing. I've done a couple of them where we've done interviews where, like, my friend Bill Rodishin and I have done an interview set together. But I'm not going to do a live show. It's just not my bag. I like it and I enjoy this because this reminds me of when I used to do video gaming and we do TeamSpeak, and you'd have all the cut-ups and all from our groups would be on there, while we're gaming, chit-chatting and having a ball and just bringing up goofy stuff out of nowhere. So, like, talking about erectile dysfunction and see, if I knew Bob well enough, I would say something about, well, it could be the Firebird, but
yeah, we'll get you on in just a second, buddy.
I will say this. I have never, ever had a problem with erectile dysfunction. I just want everyone to know this. I've never had a problem.
I'm happy for you, too.
You should be happy for me.
I thought Mondays somebody else was on for some reason. Oh, look, you made people leave, Brittany.
What? You're like, oh my gosh.
Member left.
It was like the time he was trying to fix something in the garage. He was running late, so he had me take over the live. It went from like 14 to like 4. It just went.
There was nobody on.
I didn't know what to talk about. I was letting everyone else talk about whatever because I don't know.
You should start making stuff up.
He
is a very big channel. What'd you say, 86.7?
Yeah, we're 86,800 right now, unless YouTube goes and does another one of their Reaper moves where they suck about 5,000 people out of my channel.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they've done it. I guess about 3 months ago, I was at like 82, and they came in and pulled about 2,000. And I don't care. The only reason I care is because I wanted to try to get to 100,000. So when they take 2,000 out, it just sucks the life out of you for a couple of days. You're like, I worked hard for those numbers, but those are also dead numbers. They're not active channels and stuff. People are, you know what I'm saying? They're pulling stuff off that's not, it's dead skin, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it.
Right.
So, but it's still, it's disheartening when you get, hey, I'm almost at 84,000. Oh no, wait, where'd everybody go?
Yeah, I mean they take some from me too.
Yeah, I mean, even the small channels. Bill got hit. My buddy Bill Rodishin, he's the guy who handles a lot of my analytics stuff. He got hit pretty hard. So
yeah, they usually take 5 to 10 away from me at one time, and it's like, guys.
And when you're a smaller channel, that hurts. I mean, that's that's I can remember being back there. They didn't do as much of that kind of stuff back whenever I was first doing it 10 years ago. Welcome to Internet Things. That's what happens. It'll switch things when you don't expect it to. My Chrome, for some reason, updated day before yesterday, and it knocked out. I use TubeBuddy on my channel for a lot of my stuff because it just makes things easier. And it knocked all that stuff off. Nothing was still there anymore. I had color pickers and all this kind of stuff in my Google, and it just nuked all of it, flattened it.
Yeah. YouTube can be a fun experience.
What's up, Junkers? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, man?
Same old, brother.
You knocking the door down to come in tonight. What do you got to say?
Hey, I just started something new, brother.
What's that?
Just started my own business with my father.
Oh yeah?
Yes, sir.
What do you got?
Yep. He wanted me back in the trade. He started in 1969. So I told him.
Uh-oh.
He
locked up.
We need like an over talk, like from those 70s sitcoms or whatever.
Yeah, my father got me back in HVAC with him full time. Me and Theo got into it a couple nights ago. So I went back to work for my father in air condition. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Cool.
Yes, sir. And I just picked up 2 calls this evening while I was with one of my other guys helping him out. But I hated to bother you, Junkers. I was in the middle of a meeting, but I told my guy I'm gonna go see my boy, see how he's doing.
Yeah, we got a slow night going on tonight. I think I don't think I'm gonna be on too late.
Yep.
I'm bugging out now too, so I can take care of stuff that we got to take care of around here.
Yeah, I had a pretty good scare. Junkers over the Christmas holidays. Nice to meet you, Jeff.
All right, that does it. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yes, I'm already home, but I'm going in there.
Yeah, I had a pretty good scare, Junkers. I thought I came down with COVID during the Christmas holidays.
Yeah, there's a lot of it going on right now.
Yeah, they got a bug going on around my neck of the woods. Everybody's been getting it.
Yeah.
It had me down for about close to 2 weeks. I was down.
Yeah.
Not doing any work. Man. I'm hoping I can have something to do tomorrow, Yeah, my channel's been doing pretty good. I hit 93 subs.
That's not bad. How long you been doing it?
I've been doing my channel. I've been doing it about 6 months since Hurricane Ida. I've been doing it since.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be doing my own hangout probably tomorrow night if I'm not busy because I have 2 calls I got to take care of in the morning.
Yep.
Yep. But it's definitely good to see you, man. And I'm gonna try to tune in next Thursday and come see you if I'm not busy.
Same time every week.
Yes, sir. Yes,
See
sir.
you, Dano. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
See you, Dano. Thanks for coming in.
So we got 12 people in the chat. I kind of want to open up the chats for questions, comments, stuff like that. So
yep, let's
see what people can come up with.
Yep, if you got any questions, just let us know.
How many did we get any thumbs up on this one?
Yeah, I can tell you right real quick, Junkers. Hold on just a sec. We got about 14 likes on this live stream. And we got 11 people watching.
Everybody else that's left in there, make sure you smash the like
Yep.
button.
Everybody, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my boy Junkers. Let's get him to 800 subs.
I want to go higher than that, but I'll take whatever people want to give me right now.
Yeah, I'll take whatever. If they want to give me 100 subs, I'll take it. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna be selling my my automotive tools. I'll be selling.
What's that?
I'm gonna be selling some of my automotive stuff that I have.
Oh, don't ever sell your automotive stuff.
Nope, I might, but I got a guy that's just getting into automotive. Actually, I'm good friends with.
Yeah,
he works at a local tire shop around here. I'm gonna have to talk to him, see if he's got time to come by and come see what he needs, and I'll make some money off of him. But man, I had a pretty good New Year's this year, Junkers. My year started out pretty good, other than me getting in a fight with a gas station clerk.
Oh, that's not something.
Not too good. No, sir, that wasn't too good. You know, because I was doing my own. You know, I'm autistic and I love to talk. And my sister was letting me do my own, community skills on my own, and I ended up in a disaster. But it is what it is, It's over.
Yep, I try and stay away from any of that kind of stuff,
Yes, sir. I try to as well. Man, I'm actually. I think this year is gonna fly. Gonna be a good year for me. It's gonna fly right by like last year did.
I'm hoping this year is the year to grow.
Yes, sir. Me too. We talked about that. I told you about this. Junkers is the Valvoline oil change chain. I picked up Valvoline. Instead of my dad landed a contract with those guys. Nice. 2 shops we picked up for their AC work.
Yeah, I actually used to work for them way back in the day.
Oh, that's cool. How'd you like it?
It made me who I am today. Is that something nice to say?
Maybe it is.
No, I like the overall business. It was just the way that it was run that I wasn't super happy about.
Yeah, I hear you.
It could have been this branch where I was, and it could be every single one of them. I don't want to back up. They're obviously a company that's been around for a very long time.
Yep, I did speak to a franchisee over here in my neck of the woods. He said, I told him about what happened with you. He said it's probably just the way they branch. The guy that was running that branch, probably.
Yeah,
the way he wanted it.
Yeah, I do have. So Bob, I do have, not you, Bob. This other Bob. Calm down.
Bob and Bob.
So other Bob here. Mm-hmm. I do have videos. My kids are actually in quite a few of them. I've always got them working on something with me. Always. I don't know if there's a video I have out there that there isn't. Well, maybe the older stuff, but now that they're older, there's always work being done, and they're always in it somewhere.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what the heck that means. Are you a bot? You are a bot, aren't you?
Yeah, he is. I have like 3 or 4 bots that follow me.
Put user in timeout. You can put someone in timeout.
I can put people in timeout, and I can completely delete them. I deleted that one.
Yeah, but I got a care package this evening. Junkers from a buddy of mine. He sent me this, a little utility knife for work. He had sent me this. It had a flashlight and everything on it. I lost the flashlight for it.
No.
Other than that, this thing's pretty sharp. And I have all my tools right here that I put in my pockets every day before I leave for the day.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling a lot better, doing a lot better since you had that COVID.
Yeah, we had that, and I'm 100% good now. I think maybe a little bit of memory loss, maybe not memory loss, but
foggy.
Still a little foggy, yeah. But
yep. Yeah, we just also got our shirts made for the company a few days ago. We got those coming in next week, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we've been thinking about doing some merch.
Yep.
I
Matter
think
of
I
fact,
want to
I
get a little
have.
bigger. I want my
Yeah.
channel to grow bigger before we end up
Yep.
doing merch. And
Yes, sir. I have a sponsor on my channel, which they do a lot of merchandise for a lot of big companies and stuff.
really,
In it, small channels. Street Fox, what's happening, brother?
what's going on, man?
Yep, and I've been dealing with those guys for about a year, and just one T-shirt's like $9 from them.
Hey, Renegade.
Hey, what's up, Renegade? And the shirts are pretty, good quality. I like, the way their shirts feel, and it's 100% cotton as well. So
Yeah.
it's not too bad. You can have them put, your YouTube logo on it and stuff like that.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Well, I have sorry, I have somebody that does all the logos and all that stuff for me.
Oh, that's cool. Yes, sir. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to kick off the new year. I'm ready to start growing, my channel.
Yeah, it's not always the easiest thing, but
No, sir. Yeah, definitely, brother. If you haven't, if you ever, see me, stop by my channel, feel free to come say hello.
yeah, I think I've subscribed, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna have to check because I haven't seen you there before.
It's hard to get onto everybody's.
Yeah, I hear you. That's like me. I've got about almost 1,000, channels I'm subscribed to, 56 plus that I follow for HVAC and all of that. And I can't say, jump in everybody's, stream that they do. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I'm
Now,
definitely.
Renegade and Street Fox, you guys interested in coming in, doing some live or what? Haven't had either one of you on, have I?
I don't think we've had Street Fox on here before.
He's got the Mustang going on, so I can always talk to him. Anybody that's got a Mustang.
Oh, yeah.
Golly, man, I'm literally freezing right now. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me turn that off. There we go. I was wondering why. Okay, let's put this right here. Yep. Oh man. Yeah, I'll be 22 this year. Junkers in May. I'll be 22.
22, that's young.
Yes, sir. But hey, I tell you what, the trade I'm doing now, I'm gonna keep doing it, till I can't do it no more.
Yeah. Street Fox, come in right now.
Come
on in, Street Fox. Come on, man.
Well, what do you got to be to set up? You got a camera? You got a phone? Come in here.
If you got a phone, man, come on in. That's all you need is just a phone. If you have a phone, use your phone.
Yeah. You want what?
Oh.
You want a phone?
No, she said she's on the phone and she's participating.
So I don't know what to talk about tonight. I was hoping the chat might open up and chat back and forth there.
Yeah.
It's a slow night.
Yeah, it is pretty slow. Like when I was on my my live stream, it was like dead.
Shop Cat, you're more welcome in too. Anybody can come in, I guess, tonight.
What the heck? Okay, that's kind of creepy.
What'd you do now?
No, I'm saying I just went from like 91 subs to about 94 in less than a second.
Oh, yeah, I think my daughter subscribed to you.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Sure, I sure appreciate that. I mean, I need to get my live sub counter set up again because I had that set up just in case I needed it to monitor my stuff because I don't keep up with it too much.
Oh, perfect. We'd have something to watch on this end too. What do you do for work? since '89, huh?
Oh my gosh, I was 1 year old.
So that's going to be a Fox body. We actually have a '88 Fox body. That's my buddy's. It hasn't been on the channel yet, except for in a few shorts. And next summer, we'll probably grab the 351 we have for it over in one of the other bays and start building that and throw that in the motor or in the engine bay. It's got a 302 in it right now, and it's knocking, unfortunately.
That's a 302 big block junkers. What you're talking about?
What'd you say?
I said that's a big block 302 or just a standard 302?
It's just a regular. It's a 302 HO, so it doesn't make a heck of a lot of horsepower. But we have a 351 that's ready to go into it.
Oh, cool, brother. Yeah, my dad had a 89 351 Windsor. And then the only thing, go ahead. Sorry about that.
I wouldn't mind watching you
Shut-
fix buses. That's not boring.
Shopcat, I used to drive city bus, and I know for a fact that fixing city buses can't be boring. I've seen 1,000,001 ways for them to become unfixed.
Yeah,
Especially those Orions. Ugh.
I'll be doing a whole video series on that 88. I think I have enough to make a slideshow, kind of like I did with the Jeep the other night. Yeah. I don't know if people like watching the slideshows and stuff like that. The only reason I did that was because the footage I had going, it's unfortunately I didn't get to finish the project because it ended up being bigger than what I thought. And I was pretty lazy last week.
Okay.
So I don't know if you watched the video for this week, but it was just basically a slideshow of my my Jeep Grand Cherokee from the start till now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Bob. I'm gonna give you a link, Junkers. You can put in the chat for him so he can subscribe to me.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Because we do, Bob. We do a lot of residential and commercial HVAC. Is what I do. I specialize in residential and some commercial. Let me see. I'm sending you in the private chat for you.
Yeah, it is a Windsor. I believe we're 99% sure it's a Windsor. I haven't counted. I think you can count the bolts on the valve cover, and that'll tell you if it's a Windsor or a Cleveland. I don't think we've decoded anything.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry about that. That's my dang phone. That thing has got to go.
Place at 89.
We're gonna have to go below
The T-top, so that's a 4 eyes if that's an 83, right? I actually kind of like the 4 eyes. Yeah, that one's going to be quite a while before I'm ready to do that one. I got to get my 66 in if I can stop talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I just sent you the link, Junkers. I can't post it in the chat for Bob.
Mr. Mark, how you doing? We're talking about Mustangs. Perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect timing. Yeah, come on.
Can't see anything. Where's?
I know. I'm like.
Where's copy? Do I
don't have it on that. Oh.
Did that not show up as a link?
It did.
It did?
Yeah, it did. I see it.
Oh,
there you
4
go,
eyes.
Bob. There's
So what does that got? Does that have is that a 5 lug or is that a 4 lug? What was it that I took? Capri. It was like an 82 or 83 Capri. and that was still a 4. So it's going to be a 4 lug. It must have been a 9-inch that we pulled out of that. It's been a while since I worked on that one. I know you like Mustangs. We all like Mustangs. Really? I have I have 2 Mustangs right now. So I have the 66 and then I have a 02. So they call that a new age. And I pulled the motor and transmission out of that. It's only a 6-cylinder, but I found another one that somebody wrapped around a tree and then put that motor and transmission in that one. It has less miles in the body, and it's a standard now.
That didn't make me very happy.
I'm sorry.
I liked driving the Mustang.
You know what my first truck was now Junkers? It may not, be old school, but it's a 2006 Ford. It's the F-250 Lariat series crew cab.
Yep.
6.0 liter diesel that my dad got me.
Wow.
And
I haven't experienced the 60 diesel yet. I haven't owned one. I always wanted one.
Yeah, I gotta say, man, they're freaking awesome. If you could find one that's rust free and fully deleted, you got a good running truck on your hands.
You have 17 Mustangs.
Wow!
What the hell?
What in the hell are you doing?
You must have that. What is it? How many acres?
He must have a lot. First car with a 73 Cuda. Do you still have it? Da da da. That would be cool.
Yep.
That would be cool as shit.
Ooh, Barracuda.
Yep, and if you want, John, because I can tell you what you want to look for on a used 6-liter.
So I have a 2006 F350 that I just currently finished up. Okay, it's not finished yet, but it's roadworthy at this point. And it's got the 5.4. I love 5.4s.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care what people have to say about them.
I don't really care what people say about them either. That 5.4 is a beast. I love that engine in my work truck.
I towed Brittany's car home on Christmas Day with it. I had no problems. That was the first time. No, I had that 40-foot camper I moved with it too.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah, matter of fact, you know what I did do with my 5.4 Junkers? Since I do HVAC, I had to pull 2 12.5-ton AC units. From being bent because the ductwork for the air conditioning was bent, and I actually pulled it with my truck in second gear. The truck didn't even strain a nothing.
Oh hell no!
And that sucker's a beast. People can talk shit about them all they want. That sucker's good.
I have a truck. My plow truck, my current plow truck is a 2002 F-150 with the 5.4.
Yeah.
And I've had that truck for like 11, 12 years. It's never let me down. Well, okay, one time it let me down, and that's when the starter shit out a couple weeks ago.
True. Yeah, man, my truck's 17 years old. Never had to put a part on it. Only had to change all the tires. That's it. Knock on wood or something.
What's going on, Piston?
What's going on, Piston?
Don't know if you saw the video that I made from you today. Mail call.
I saw it too, Junkers. It was a good video.
Mach 1. No shit.
No shit. Damn.
I grew up in the wrong era. That's all I got to say, because that's just cool. Only 2 acres. Only. I have 0.8, and I live in the city.
We could still find plenty of
room.
Wow.
Well, I had to get another garage to make it happen. Remember?
It's true.
67 fiber rector. Of course, me.
We had two. If we had 2 garages now,
that's just absolutely cool. Owned. I'm sorry, but I've probably owned well over 300 vehicles total in my life. I've bought and sold a lot, and then I've kept them and had to sell them. I wonder if I could sit down and actually make a list.
you probably could. You could probably remember every single car.
I would probably remember every single car. Absolutely.
And one thing I want to warn you about, Junkers, when you have a fully deleted 6-liter, is when it rains outside, the thing's gonna want a fishtail like crazy. That's how much power those trucks have after you bulletproof them.
Oh, I've driven them. I used to work
Yeah.
for the Ford dealership down here. I've driven pretty much everything you could imagine out of that dealership.
Ooh,
And
Mr. Mock owns a junkyard.
oh, hold on, we'll be talking.
Mr. Mock, I need to talk to you then.
Yeah, I think you're just a Mustang junkyard, right, Mock?
Excuse me.
No, it says Lee Auto Parts.
Where is Lee Auto Parts? If you say Lee, New Hampshire, that's gonna be awesome. I doubt it though.
If you say
I could see that. It's not too hard to at least for me. For some reason, vehicles are completely attracted to me no matter what happens. Even when I'm not looking for them, they find me, and then I buy them, and then I have to find a new place to put them, which unfortunately sometimes is to sell them.
El Camino makes it. Do you have G bodies? Did I say that right?
You said that right. Yeah.
G bodies with a 305 engine. That's what I'm looking for.
Sending you a message right now.
We need help.
Just sent you a message. So you do free shipping for Junker Clunkers? Probably not. I don't blame you.
No, we could do a plug for free shipping.
A plug? Yeah, if you want my 767 subscribers to know about you.
Mm-hmm.
You support my channel, I will call you out all day.
Yep. I just want to get that El Camino coming up and running, and I kind of want it to be a summer car.
Yeah, right.
But it probably won't happen that way.
I haven't scrapped a lot, to be honest with you, because I believe that there's always a purpose for a vehicle unless it's really that far gone. If it's like a newer Nissan Sentry or something and it's rotted.
He does have small block Chevys.
Oh,
I like that.
I like hearing this.
Yep.
I do have some small block Chevys. Do you have any G bodies for El Camino? I need a frame. Need a frame.
Jesus.
Cheyenne. Shut it down.
Yeah. Frame. We need a 305 motor. Right?
I can't. You know what, guys? You're all troopers that are still watching this. I have no idea what to talk about right now, and you're still sitting there watching us. This is just wild to me. I never thought that all people would just sit there and stare at me.
Yes, sir.
No G body.
And I have a picture of my Power Stroke on my other screen. Junkers, if you'd like this, if I share it.
Yeah, go ahead. As long as it's appropriate.
Yes, sir, it is. Here she is, fellas, and I just got this thing washed too at this time of this photo. Here's the beast itself, Junkers. Yep, I put some. I took the factory rims off. I put some aftermarkets on it, and I put a computer chip on. I tuned the truck, straight piped it, turbo pack exhaust. I did the full deletes to this thing. I spent some money when I got it. I spent some money on this thing. Just the tires alone are about close to $1,500 for the tires.
That's what I paid for my 350.
Yeah. And in a way I regret buying these freaking tires. And I do not recommend them unless when they have problems with them leaking. I repaired that back tire once, and I got this tire leaking on the front.
So I'm a huge fan of General Grabbers.
Yeah,
I'm not
huge fan
affiliated
of
with them in any way, but I'll tell you, when I find a product I like, I'll plug it.
Yeah, and I've never had a problem with Dion Nexon tires from Walmart.
I agree. 350.
This is for her. She has a lead foot in her Renegade.
Man,
Which
I
means
know.
that I could always use more power. 350, and that would be awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is just a laid back live. It's nothing planned, nothing like that. What's going on, Wood and Metal Garage? I don't know if I have any pictures. Do I have any pictures? Of course I do. Where am I?
Right now, you're in the kitchen.
I'm in the kitchen living room.
The kitchen living room.
I don't know if I have any pictures of the truck though, do I? I always got to remember how I do this. No, it's not that one.
You want pictures?
No,
Why no?
I think it's under download.
If it's a picture, then it's in your pictures.
No,
How?
because it doesn't. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try and find my.
It's actually a pretty epic background.
You like that one?
Yeah. You still have stickers on the background of your messenger?
Yeah, I don't know how to get them off.
I don't know how that even got on. I'm not even joking. I'm a pretty bad liar, so.
I'm just trying to find pictures of my F-350. This is a new computer to me. This is only my second or third live with it. Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm just being quiet, and listening.
Maybe I don't have any pictures of it.
Wait, there's the 350.
Yeah, but that's all video.
Oh.
There.
That's all video, like I just said.
On the video. Oh, on the video.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Dad.
Hi.
I don't have any pictures. Huh. You know what I could do? I could do this. Kind of wanted to.
Well, she's up. What are you doing? Time to get her. Hey, little guy. You want yours after, Dad?
Sure.
Yep. It is almost 8 o'clock for me. So I got some other stuff I got to do this evening before I got to get ready for work in the morning.
All right.
All right, my brother. Good talking to you, Junkers. And I might.
Oh, you left real quick. Now we're on the big screen. The big screen. We can't change the thing. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to find some pictures we can share out. If there's anybody who'd like to come into the live, let me know. If not, I'll probably end this here in about 12 minutes at the 2-hour mark. But right now, I'm just trying to find some pictures to share.
Mr. Mock followed you on Instagram.
Appreciate that very much. We're also on TikTok too, if you
TikTok.
TikTok, and what's the other one? I think it's
Do you have Snapchat?
I don't know what that is.
No.
I know it's some kind of thing, but here. Where is my Facebook? There it is.
Dad, people want to go into live.
Huh?
People want to go into live.
Who's asking?
Chef wanted a link. Mr. March said send me a link.
Did you say send me a link?
Yeah. Mr. March 1 says send me a link.
Oh, I can't. Maybe I can do it this way. I don't want people to see my side. Save image as.
You just sound like
Save image as.
William Shatner.
I don't know what you're talking about. Save image as.
Thanks, Nick.
Save image as.
What?
Are people just staring at me right now?
Probably. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. I think we're good with
I
that.
think everyone left.
I don't see anybody saying send a link.
Someone join him.
Yes,
Yeah,
somebody
Mr.
left.
Mock.
The other one left.
You're stuck working in your shop. You want to come in too?
The other one left, Dad.
Just sending a link to a bunch of people. Hold on, guys.
You're gonna have to wait, dude. It's very bad timing on your part.
Should I go let him know?
Oh, he wants food.
Oh.
That's why I said you're out of luck.
All right. So I can share.
Turn anyway. I said I'm on the floor left doing my mom. You saw him doing a shower either.
Okay. Sure.
What you can do if you want. Probably playing his guinea pig.
Yeah. Shh. So now. Oh, Snickers.
Snickers.
Can everybody see that? Is somebody able to look and see if they can see that?
Yes, I can.
So that's my 06 F350 that we just finished, sorta. Sorta.
Vino Rod builds a hell everyone Brittany Grady.
Hey there, Vino. How you
Hi,
doing?
Vino.
How is you tonight?
Renegade said yes, we can see it. How all Nick said.
So this is my 95 F-150. Cheyenne, do you remember this truck?
No.
You were really young when I had this truck. I loved this OBS. I absolutely loved this truck. That was one day after I went out playing in the mud.
But I do remember that.
This one?
No, the other one.
That one?
Yeah.
That's across the street from.
Oh.
And here's Bella the other day in the shop. She wants to work on the plow truck with me.
She went up on the car.
Yeah, she randomly jumps up. It scares the hell out of me because she could jump into a
Like
running
the
engine.
Mustang.
I figured I'd just show a couple of those. Wait for some people to come in. Maybe. I sent out some links.
You sent it on here?
No, I sent them
No,
through.
they didn't come up on here. Reno said 100%. I think it. I don't think it was probably through your church. I don't know.
How do you know our full names?
Who's full names? Brittany Grady.
What's going on, Nick?
Oh. This is Brittany and you.
People just sitting here watching me click the screen. Come on, give me something to talk about, guys. I'm out of things to talk about this week already.
Nick's just getting it from the shop.
I think I sent it to your Instagram. Pretty sure.
I know I'm sure we can do because you can see them.
You're the assistant.
Okay, maybe is it? There's two Mr. Mach 1s.
That is not my phone.
Check it out now. Yeah, I think he just seen it now.
Nick wants you to talk about your wrenching moments.
Oh, which ones?
I don't know.
We're back in 2002. Yeah, I don't know. Which one would you like to hear about?
Come in, Dad.
There's Mr. Muck.
Hold on a second.
Mr. Mark, not Mr. Mark.
Memorable wrenching moments.
Oh.
What's going on?
Am I here?
You were here. I'm still here.
Hey, what's going on there, buddy?
Dad, he just wants you to talk to us.
I'm not sure.
You definitely have my kind of channel because I like junk and stuff.
That's all. That's all I got is junk and stuff.
Well, I've been there, done that. You know what I mean?
You know, my absolute favorite thing to do is take a pile of crap and form it into something that's a pile of crap that runs and drives.
Well, I used to do that when I was younger, because my dad bought the junkyard in '83 when I was just getting out of high school, and so then I took it over in 91 or 90. Yeah, 90. When did I take junkyard over, Kim? 92, 91, somewhere around there. And then I got a job at Detroit Diesel, so I kind of let that sit to the side and went to work. And now I'm reopening it back now.
So you basically have all older stuff in there, or what?
Right, anything from 2005 and back. I mean, I got a '78 Colors Calais, old 4-door slantbacks.
What are you going to do with all this stuff? Are you just going to strip it? Are you going to try and sell them all?
I'm going to sell parts and trunk and whatever. So right now I'm still working my job. So I just got everything back prepared. I got all my insurances and everything ready. And my brother just retired. So I'm going to have him start being down there and answering the phone and stuff. And my dad's still around, but he's like 90. So he don't do a whole lot.
And at this age, he shouldn't have to, right?
Exactly. Mr. Mack looks like he designed D60. What's going on, Cletus? But yeah, I got a couple 350s up here.
Really?
I don't think I have any 305s.
Well,
where are you guys at?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. How far away is that from Michigan? I'm in Detroit. I'm right,
Maddie. Pretty far.
I'm 20 miles from Detroit.
Yeah. So how far are we, Bob?
Oh, I'm just trying to think.
We have Google Maps and all that. You are kind of far away.
Yeah.
But I might be able to make it work if you are within the junkyard community. Place I use up here is Central Parts NH, and they can usually get it shipped from anywhere. So I might just have to pay a shipping cost.
Or if we know somebody from state to state, we can kind of do the drop and pick.
Pass it over. Pass it around from.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could do something.
I don't know anybody else that's from New Hampshire that is on, at least within our group. Cleats, are you gonna come on?
I'm in Cletus.
Hey, cleats.
Be crying.
Stuff with cleats.
Stop.
That's the sports version.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So here's a good plug for you. Nick's asking where exactly you're at.
Yeah, I'm in Romulus, Michigan. Like I said, I'm right outside of, I'm about 20 miles west of Detroit.
LS swapping. I thought about it, but she wants to keep it original.
Well,
I want to put that thing on like a 1500 frame that's already got an LS in it. Make that thing full wheel drive. I think that would be cool.
Well, I didn't say that I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying I don't know.
It's not what she wants. I understand it. She wants it to be the way that it was meant to be.
What, I kind of wondered if the frame off that Cutlass Calais would fit underneath that El Camino. I wonder if it's because it's a 4-door.
I don't know if it would fit.
See, it's kind of it's a question.
So the frame on these are quite weird. I'm a Ford guy. Usually a frame is symmetrical and goes under the cab of what you're bolting it to. This one goes like burr and then burr and then it's a wide frame.
Okay, so Nick's just north of Lansing, so he's probably about 2 hours from me.
All right, should I stop asking people to come on?
I mean, I'm not against the idea. How high up are you talking?
All the way.
Like monster truck?
I think
350
I'm telling you, a 1500 stock level 1500. But the problem is all those frames around here are pretty junk too.
Yeah, I want a 350 too.
I mean, it's whatever she wants, whatever she wants to pay for. I'll put whatever she wants in it.
Well, I don't know enough about the LS swaps.
Well, I mean, if they're great engines, and it don't take much to make them run fast. You know what I mean?
They're plentiful too. There's a lot of 350.
There's a lot of them. The nice part about it is that they're very dependable. So first and foremost, they're dependable as all heck.
I mean, I'm all for. I'm not like set in stone for anything. I was just thinking, when I was thinking of lifting it and putting it on, I would not mind at all having a 4-wheel drive El Camino. That would be awesome.
It'd be like the ultimate cool, huh?
It would. That would be pretty awesome.
Diesel Brothers did it, and they threw a diesel in it.
I wouldn't mind a diesel.
Yeah,
I would not mind.
I'm not putting a diesel in yours, and I don't have one yet. What's
No diesel for you, young lady.
No diesel for you until I have one.
Well, we got to get you one really quick then.
The thing about it is that that 5.3 would be perfect for that car. I mean, literally.
Now,
you think so?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I almost want to. Part of the point of it is for us to do the project together, but I almost just want to be like, okay, you would know more than I would, so just go with it and I'll help, and then I'm sure the outcome will be.
So we have so many projects on the channel, as you see, because I see you comment all the time. This one's going to be a summer project. So right now I want her to figure out what road we're going down so we can get parts coming.
Well, the nice thing about it is she it seems like she agrees with you on what you want to do with it.
It's because he's an expert. Like, I have visions, but my visions aren't always as good.
But they're what you want. It's not about me.
But I don't know, because you put that hood scoop on the Renegade, and that I get compliments about it. I got a free a free tea at Dunkin' Donuts one time because of my because of my hood scoop and my custom engine. My custom exhaust. They're like, "You're the one with the obnoxiously loud Renegade, right?" I said, "Yep." You need this more than we do, and they gave me a free tea.
So when we first got together, she says it's a 2019 Renegade bone stock. And as we got to know each other, she kind of understood that automotive is my world, and I try and customize everything I can because that's just the way I am. And she left her car here for something. I can't remember. I think you might have gone with Dad that day.
We went to Mount Washington.
Yeah, they went on a train ride, and we had talked about chopping up the exhaust and putting one on. But I don't think she understood that I was serious. And when she came home and I had already chopped it off and welded on another one, she was like, "You really did that to my car?" I'm like, yeah, why was that not good?
And now I am very happy about I drive people around for a living because I do day programs with people, and one of the clients that I pick up, their parent asked me, and they were like, "Well, it's too bad your Jeep looks so new, but your exhaust, I don't know if there's a hole or what." I said, "Nope, we paid for that one. That's on purpose." She's like, "I can hear you 2 streets down." Like, yep, that's the point.
When I was a lot younger, I had a 70 Chevy 4x4 3/4 ton. It had a big block. It had a 454 in it, and I had cherry bombs hooked directly to the headers.
Yep.
And my neighbor, he goes, "I love that truck so much, man. I can hear you coming from Middle Belt and Van Born."
That's
the neighbor's kids. I'm surprised they're not on here tonight. Cheyenne, seriously.
Well,
I'll take and turn it down. The neighbor's kids have ever since I've lived here and they were able to walk. They knew when I was coming home because they could hear me hit the bridge with my F-150. And then, I'd turn down the street and I'd be going slow, and then they'd poke out of nowhere, "Hi, Mike the neighbor," every single day, no matter what. And they said the only way they knew it was because they hear my truck coming down the road.
Well, my neighbor across the street, when I first moved in this house, he called the police on me because I had a 69 Mach 1 and it was sitting in the driveway. It had been sitting a long time, so I kind of got everything running, and I was letting it sit idle in the driveway. He called the police on me because he said it was too loud, and it had full exhaust on it. It wasn't really that loud.
What an ass. I got that. I got that now. I had problems with they put in low income elderly housing. It's just it's a bunch of apartment buildings or a bunch of apartments in a 3-story building they put up. And I knew it was going to be a problem. They've called the city on me. They've called the cops on me. And I keep to myself. I'm loud, but I would live next to me.
I would live next to me.
Well, shoot, man, you'd be the perfect neighbor if you lived next to you.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing about it, you guys got a good channel, and I like, that you guys get this stuff and you fix it up and flip it. You're saving them.
We haven't been able to flip any.
Well,
they become ours.
I normally buy, 6-8 cars a week. I haven't bought anything because right now it's just everything's so daggone slow.
Yeah, you can't find anything for a decent price.
No, they want arm and leg for them.
So I picked up that Falcon. Did you watch the delivery wagon?
I watched the delivery. I watched you guys get it running.
I had no idea what I was stepping into. That thing is stupid rare. It is, so being a 61, there was less than 2,000 made that year. They ran for 5 years and less than 6,000 were made overall.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, look them up. It's pretty crazy.
You still got it?
I do. It's in timeout right now. It wasn't playing well.
You gonna get that fixed up after you do the Mustang, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so it'll be my Mustang will probably be the remaining part of the winter, and then depending on where she is and if I can find parts for that Falcon, because it needs body panels, and they don't make body panels for that I can find. So I'm gonna have to make my own, and I'm not a fabricator. So
what body panels are you gonna need?
So you know where the windows are in the back on the side?
Yeah.
Those are RV windows. Those have got to go. They look stupid to me. That whole panel is rotted down on the bottom and on the top. I want to replace that. The floor pan in the front is gone. I think there's a couple of spots on the what you would call bed area, the back part. The rear hatch, I believe, will probably be the same as a wagon, regular wagon. I'm gonna have to get another one of those. That one's not in the greatest shape. The frame's good. I mean, the unibody.
That's what I was thinking. The Falcon should be the same. The Falcon wagon should pretty much be real close to everything, except for the 4-door. That thing, your truck's a 2-door, correct?
The El Camino.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Chevy, obviously. So
no, the Ranchero.
We don't have a Ranchero yet.
The Falcon truck.
Yeah.
You know, or what is it? What are you?
It's delivery.
Yeah, the delivery vehicle. That should pretty much be the same thing as a wagon, except for the 2-door.
But those aren't as rare. But try and find one of those around. You know.
That would be a good idea, though.
I don't know. Do they make 2-door wagons?
I don't know if they make a 2-door wagon, but you should be able to get a regular door off of a regular 2-door, and it should be the same.
Yeah, for the hatch, I think you're right on that one. But that's probably about where it ends, where easiness is. Even to find parts for it, even for that 170 motor. And I know 170 and 200s are the same block.
Right.
So,
but the motor seemed like it was okay though.
It doesn't run great. I think I'm gonna upgrade the carb to probably a 2-barrel. I always wanted to do that when I had it in. I had a 200 Sprint in my 66 Mustang before, and I want to do a 2-barrel and headers on this car, because I did a header system. I'll actually show you a video if you'd like.
So basically, is what I'm saying is that Falcon is actually a Ranchero with the top on it.
Pretty much, yeah.
That means that, if you get frustrated enough with the Falcon, you just take the body off that and give me the frame.
No, I'm talking about two different things.
Oh.
All right, where am I?
I'm guessing you're probably sitting in your garage.
I'm not. I'm actually in the house. It's too darn cold out there. I barely make it out in the shop right now. It's too cold, man. I'm telling you. I'm trying to find.
You guys got a lot of snow?
No, not right now. It pretty much all melted, but yeah, we had a pretty good amount started.
Yeah.
That's not it either. That was all. I'm still learning this computer. It's newer to me. Videos, maybe?
You all right?
Yeah, they're all in need of a meal tray.
There we go.
Yep, you got them.
Can you see that?
Newest
project.
Yes. Newest I've had it for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
The 1966 Mustang Coupe. Just had the exhaust on yesterday. Thought I'd post a video of this. That's there.
Sounds good.
Just did a quick paint job last week on it.
Sorry.
Bought new hood, fenders for Mustangs Unlimited. Still gotta shield those and paint them up. I thought I'd take a video of the header system that I installed. This motor is a 62 Ford Falcon, 64 Falcon. I bought this header system off of eBay. Turned into True Dual.
No.
I put in Flowmaster.
Actually sounds pretty good for a 6-cylinder.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Thought I'd do a quick video.
So this video was taken many years ago.
Interior is going to be this winter. It's pretty rough right now.
It did not happen.
So you're like me. You get stuff and always have to put other stuff on the back burner.
Pretty much.
Because, I mean, I buy stuff and then I start working on it. Next thing you know, so I'm building an 80 Fairmont. So every time I get something, everything gets pushed back. I ain't buying nothing else. I ain't pushing it back no more.
My buddy did a really good job running dual pipes all the way back.
Well, it's 17 degrees here where I'm at.
17 degrees?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So that had the 200 in it. That car, when I got it, had no motor. The motor was ripped out of it and tore apart, and yada yada yada, and the whole spiel. And I found that motor, threw it in. I didn't like the exhaust; it was way too quiet. Once again, the quiet story. So I found that header system on eBay. They're pretty cheap. It was like $140, something like that. So it takes 3 collectors and turns them into one pipe, and then the other 3 into one pipe. And then, hi Bandit. And then I took and had my buddy do True Dual all the way back, and I had hi Bandit. And I had Super 10s. I bought 2 Super 10s and put them on. When you went down the road, it sounded like a jet was coming through. But in reality, you were barely idling. It was so stupid loud. Oh, it was so loud. And I think I want to do that.
You got a piglet on your shoulder. You know that, right?
I know.
This is Bandit. This is the other shop mascot, one of many.
Junior's in back. But Junior's hiding right now because it's cold.
You want to get on and say hi to everybody? You want to get on and say hi to everybody?
Oh, you got another piglet.
We have 4.
We have Bandit, Junior, Snowman, and Teddy.
So we have 4. Let's see if I can. We have 4 dogs, 4 guinea pigs, a cat, and a gecko.
I got 4 beagles.
Ooh, beagle.
And a whippet.
You got to whip it?
Oh my God. So we think we have a theory that our lab mix has whippet in her because she's very long. She's kind of smaller. She's very long, and she's got like the greyhound floppy ears, like the set back ears.
This right here.
Well, our whippet is a pit bull whippet mix, but it takes more of the whippet than it does the pit bull. She's got the head of the pit bull, but the rest of it's whippet.
Oh yeah.
What do you want? Get out of here.
No, I have one of the dogs, the one that I brought with me into the relationship, has beagle, but he's a pug beagle pit bull mix. So he's kind of weird. He's a beagle with a pit bull head and big bug-eyed, like pug bug eyes.
Oh, I love my beagles, man.
Oh yeah,
They're mouthy. I love it.
I had a beagle. We had a beagle as a family dog growing up. He lived to be somewhere around 18, almost 19, and he liked his females, if you know what I'm getting at. He was walking to town and just keeled over and died. Guessing a heart attack, but like I said, he was almost 19. He was pretty much the same age I was because we got him when I was a baby.
So he lived a good long time then.
Very long time. And it was not an easy life. My father ran him over by accident a couple times. A German Shepherd ripped his neck open. He was left. Hi, buddy. He was left down at. So my stepmother had a piece of property probably about 30, 40 minutes away from us, and that's where we used to tap maple trees. And he would go out on his own. Are you saying hi to everybody through the mic? Yeah, he went out on his own, and he'd go do his thing and go find, something dead, and he'd run in it, just roll in it. But my father forgot him one time. He ended up walking. It was a good 20 miles to our old house. He went to our old house that we hadn't lived in probably 5 years. And it took him a couple days to get there, but we went by to check and see if he was there. He was laying right in front of the garage waiting for us. It was like, wow, this is a dedicated dog. Like, can you imagine?
I'm telling you, beagles are something else, man. One time I take my dog. They hunt with me. I hunt rabbits, and we take these dogs out. And it's funny because as soon as they get out of the back of your truck, they'll poop, and then they'll go hunt. Well, you know how they find their way back to you, don't they?
They smell it, yeah.
They track themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad took his jacket that when we realized he was missing, and we went right down to our old house and put it in front of the garage door, and that's where he was laying when we found him days later. And he was perfectly healthy. He was tired as hell, but he was good. And he lasted a lot longer. What's that?
They're amazing dogs, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Dogs in general.
Flying squirrel.
Yeah, only if we were as smart as dogs, it is.
I couldn't imagine life without a dog. I don't know how I got on without having a dog before I got one.
Yeah, my wife, she loves her dogs, but the thing about it is that when you got as many dogs as I do, they kind of hold you home. It's hard to go anywhere.
Mine go well. I know with the beagle mix, he's gone with me camping. He's gone with me vacationing. He's gone on trains. Like I used to bring him with me everywhere. A lot of that was before I met Junkers.
Junkers. Yeah, we have two dogs. You've seen a lot of the videos. The white one is Shelby, and then the spotted blackish one, gray one is Bella. They're with me all the time. I bring the kids to school in the morning, and the dogs are already out the door.
They're sad. They get sad when the kids go to school, though.
And if I ever leave them inside, listen to the camera. You can hear them.
If you listen to my videos, you can hear my dogs barking. I got one. She's as vocal as all get up. My wife, she gets so mad at her.
Yeah, we have two that are very vocal. Snickers is the puggable one, and then the white one, Shelby. Those two will yell back and forth at each other and just play. It gets annoying after a while. It's cute and fun for everybody that comes over and visits.
He's gonna do one time.
No, because you won't stop and you'll get the other ones going. Please don't do it. Please don't.
And then so we have deer because there's a park over by us. So we have deer that travels through our back area behind our house here. And those dogs, they sit there, and she knows what time they come through there. So she'll sit right at the fence. You can't call her in or nothing. You got to go out and get her because she'll sit at that fence and just bark her head off. And the deer don't care. They just sit and look at her and kind of stick their tongue out at her and go.
Oh yeah, I loved. Actually, it's funny because when I met Junkers, they had a dog that made the same noise, but my I knew someone else. I called it Snickers' girlfriend. It was a mini beagle. She was almost the size. I've never seen one that small, but she was tiny. But she would sound like a seal. She wouldn't bark. She'd go oh oh oh.
Stop! You're gonna get him going.
But and then he had a what was Jesco?
He was a
red tick?
No,
No,
blue tick hound. Oh boy, let me tell you, beautiful dog.
And he used to make the same noise though. It was like
He was like a seal.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's what they sound like sometimes.
Now we just have a basset hound that sounds like an angry seal.
Oh yeah, the basset hound. You don't look at her, you don't talk to her, you just let her be, and you'll be okay. But the problem is she's really old, and she sleeps on my side of the bed on the floor there, because I had to get her. I got her a little heater, and a heating pad for her. So if I get up to go to use the bathroom in the middle of the night and she shifted, she'll bitch at me, and she will yell.
She'll try to gum you with what?
She'll try to gum you, huh?
Oh yeah.
This dog is older than oh. She was probably Satan's dog first, and then she came to us. She acts like Satan's dog.
I don't know how old she actually is, to be honest with you, but I'm guessing anywhere between 14 and up.
And she has a lovely odor because she likes to have snacks out in the yard. Oh, Cheyenne wanted to show you Shelby.
Oh, I think
That's
you've
the one
seen
that we
Shelby.
think has Whippet in there.
So Cletus, the watch hours, they're doing pretty good. I still need something like 2,600. I don't know why. I mean, I'm doing these lives every week. I haven't missed one, even when I was sick. I still was able to have you guys come on. The subscribers, yeah, definitely. I think we're gonna meet that. I'm hoping by my birthday in March. That's kind of my new goal. I want to be.
You got now?
He said, "Ow, damn you!" He dug my arm. 769.
Yeah, 769.
Yep. Yeah. Don't eat the cords, Bandit.
Yeah, you're the live streams are perfect for the viewing hours.
Yeah.
You know, and plus you get a lot of views on these too, because you'll get kind of like double the views on it too. So
Yep. It's really tough to sit here for so long and just talk to a camera, you know. I mean, I'm talking to you too, but it's totally different because you got to keep it quiet in the background, and you got to figure out things to say, and then you got to get people to come on and be interactive, and it kind of has a toll on you, you know.
Oh, I've put out a lot of videos, but I do a live stream every now and then, but usually everybody else is doing them, so I don't have to. So I just get on theirs.
Yeah. I think it's the first time I've ever had you on.
This is the first time I've ever been on one of your streams.
I think I've asked a couple times though.
I don't know.
Get him out of there! Don't let him chew on shit.
I'm an old man. I can't remember what I did yesterday.
I'm not that old, and I can barely remember. Come on, Bandit.
I'm gonna put him back. No, but he's causing problems.
The guinea pig has gotten on my desk and is making a mess.
Come on, Bandit. Oh,
What are you doing? You hear all the noise in the background? That's what I'm saying. It's hard to keep low.
I'm gonna. Oh God. So, I'm sorry, Jay.
Still need a lot of.
I do. Yeah. These Auto Parts is a YouTube channel, so I mean, it just pretty much shows the last few years, because it took me 9 years or 11 years to get everything back together on it so I can start operating again. So right now I'm just in the middle of trying to get things organized.
I think you're going to do pretty good once you're actually out there, especially with our community. If you're able to set up something, because right in that same area, you have a lot of people within a few hundred miles that live around you. Unfortunately for me, I'm pretty much solo up this way. That I haven't found anybody else. I know that Musty One, he's around here. He's like in Derry, which is about 45 minutes away. But he's a big time now. It's hard to get a hold of him. I've never been able to. I got a couple of them that I've talked in Connecticut. Yeah, it's separation anxiety is what it is. That's why the dogs bark. What's your favorite junkyard? They're asking.
Oh, I thought he's asking what the name of my junkyard was.
Well, I thought it said favorite. Yeah, it is. Sorry. I can't read either.
No, and that's why I said that I have a channel there for Lee's Auto Parts. I only got like 150 subscribers on that channel. Because
send me
I
the
really
link.
Send
me the link. I'll check it out. Huge supporter right here. Him and Tim. Tim is huge too. He's all every time I list something within an hour, Tim has already been on there. See, I think we have a Lee's Auto Parts here in town. Hey, Billa, get out of your mother's purse. It's like having kids.
Excuse me?
You got to do some lives too. I didn't listen to Cletus for the longest time, and I was probably nervous about the live.
My channel does pretty well. I do pretty good on my channel. I got, a little over 3,000 subscribers, and I got all the watch hours and everything like that. I do pretty good on there. And I was never trying to make it big on YouTube anyhow. I started YouTube because I was sick and I didn't have nothing to do, so I started making videos.
Yep. I started it about 6 years ago originally. I've got more photos than I do videos. I was hitting it pretty hard for quite a while because I thought, hey, I'm gonna be huge, and then it just wasn't happening because I didn't have the right. I think it was harder to get known back then.
Right.
It was harder for people to watch, and because there was no communities like this. And then over the last few years, I just kind of fizzled out, and I would post something if I thought it was cool, or if I thought I found an easier way to do something.
Right.
But other than that, I wasn't doing a whole hell of a lot. And then when the city shut me down back this summer, I got depressed. I wasn't doing anything, and I'm thinking, what's the next chapter in my life? What am I going to do? And Bob and Brittany both kept on me, kept saying, you know what you're doing with stuff. Why don't you do the YouTube you always talk about? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think people are going to watch me. I guess I was wrong.
Well, yeah, because I like your channel because of the things that you're doing on it with the junk cars and the collectors and everything else. And the video with you giving your wife that El Camino dude was awesome.
Her reaction, I didn't think she was going to cry. She cried. She was like, "Oh!"
She didn't know whether she should cry or laugh.
Yeah. So my youngest had the GoPro, and he knew what he was supposed to do, and the dummy got everything all set up. And I called him. I said, "I'm on the bridge. Are you ready?" "Yep." And I come around the corner, and all of a sudden, I'm like, "He's got no freaking shoes on. What is he gonna do?" And we're in the middle of a snowstorm. It's hailing out. It's snowing. I'm like, "Oh my God." So when I looked at the footage, I was barely able to make the reaction. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna strangle you, boy. I'm like, I can't redo that.
Nope.
But it turned out. I think it turned out really good. It was a fairly big size viewing. I mean, I don't get a lot of views yet, but it got 120 or something like that over the last few weeks.
Well,
and usually we top off anywhere.
Video, man.
What's that?
It was definitely a good video.
I appreciate that very much. I
know,
never know if I'm doing right because I feel like I'm putting out about the same kind of content that you would find on other channels that have a lot of views and a lot of subscribers, but I don't know.
One thing I found out over the years, because I've been on YouTube since 2006. So I've been out here, I got over 1,000 videos on my channel. But is what I found out on YouTube is just be you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be you. People's gonna like you for you, and they don't, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna come watch your content.
It takes a while to get comfortable enough to be you. And my buddy and I were talking about that this morning. He's like, people have always flocked to you, and you just need to be who you are.
Right.
You know, be genuine. And I said, it's so hard when you're in front of the camera and you're trying to show your personality, and then noise happens in the background. You got to cut that scene. You know, and it for me, it kind of screws me up because I'll be in the mode and I'll be working on something, and then dogs will come in, knock the camera over, and then kids come in complaining about something, and then all of a sudden you're like, yep, I don't care. Now I just want to finish this thing. Renegade, I don't think that hiding them does anything. Some people hide the subscribers. I guess it's preference. I don't think that it really matters as far as algorithm or anything like that personally. I'm not sure why people would hide the subscribers.
See, this is the thing. When I video, I don't care about the background noise, as long as it ain't music or something that's gonna, shut me down. So the background and this and that, you're gonna get that. Just go ahead and record and go on and just try to keep the music and that out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting better.
You didn't care if you used music. All of a sudden, all this other stuff started coming up. Now they care.
Yeah. I think I'm getting better with editing. I don't rehearse anything and I don't plan anything out. What you see is 100% first take every time.
That's me. I videotape it, I paste it together, and I load it.
The only thing I might do more work at is the intro and the outro. But once again, I don't write it down. I don't think about it. I just blurt it out.
And my intro and stuff like that, I just it's just more stuff that I just made up and paste together and let it fly. Because if you ever watch my channel, I got my 70 Mach 1. That that's doing a flyby. You know what I'm saying? And it just says welcome, to my channel.
Yeah, I've watched a couple things. It's really it sucks to say, but I don't watch everybody's everything.
You can't.
I want to, because people go on and they're nice enough and give me views and time, but it's like at the end of the day, we have at least 30, 40, 50 in this community. It's like you can't divvy up all that time.
Hang on a second. So Junker Clunker's daughter said, you don't, Mock. I don't what?
Sorry, I got dogs going off in the background too. Setting up recording for what? For this live or in general of recording? I just plop the camera down, point it, and start going personally.
That's all I do. And I don't even use a camera. I use an iPhone.
Yeah. I used to use my phone, and it became too much. Now that I got the GoPro, I feel it's a lot easier. You're getting snow tonight?
No, I ain't getting no snow.
No,
we just get a
I was saying Rich.
Oh.
I think we're supposed to also.
Mm-hmm.
Cheyenne's keeping up with the chats, and I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dad.
See, Timmy's back here. Timmo.
Timmy.
I don't know if he likes to be called Timmo.
Well, and that's another thing. When you're doing your live streams, your chat, I mean, people that's on your panel, you know, thumbs up, but the people that's in your chat, those are the people that you really gotta.
Oh yeah. And it sucks when you've got a full room and people are just going off, and then it's like, I really want to answer this question, but I don't want to interrupt them and stop what's going on. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah, you just gotta wait till they're done and say, hang on a minute, guys, I gotta answer his chat.
But the problem when you have so many people in there is you don't ever have time.
No, and it's hard because once they get on a conversation, it's hard to stop it.
Yep. Getting hammered right now. Yeah, I've seen that on the news. I don't know.
Snow overnight.
Have we figured out what we're supposed to get yet?
I thought it was like 1 to 3.
Hey, Rich, you do me a favor. You keep it, okay?
We can share. We don't mind.
I don't want to share.
Yeah, Forsaken Steel. I'm not sure if you've met him yet. He's a really good guy. Him and I go back and forth all the time. He sends me a picture the other day. He's like, for some reason your snow got dropped off here, and he sends me a picture. I'm like, oh no. I sent that for Christmas. Sorry it was late.
Right.
And where is he? Is he in Oklahoma?
Well, you're going.
I can never remember where he is.
He's right here. You got Destroyer. Now, here's a great guy. This guy does a lot for the community. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Destroyer is definitely a good guy, too.
Yes, he is.
I haven't made it that far yet. We are so far behind.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm the invisible person.
Okay, you got to stop hitting me. I'm trying to get through these chats. Well, good for you. There's no snow. Yeah, I think it all depends on. I don't know what she was saying.
She about me not having no snow.
Oh. I will tell you that, and I'm not really a fan of this. We were talking about this earlier. TikTok is actually, they're the #1 platform right now. And I think that everybody needs to get into that. If you're not doing it, you're going to be losing out on stuff that.
I just can't handle TikTok.
I can't either. So my buddy took the account over, and he's got me up to like 350 subscribers or followers, they call them.
Nice.
In less than a week. So.
Well, Tim Windsor, you keep that snow, okay, buddy?
You're all good, Destroyer. I appreciate you thought coming in anyhow. That just goes back to trying to fill seats every week it's kind of hard sometimes, and to keep it interesting for the viewers. Is you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you want me to sit here and just chat, just myself, I'll do it. But it doesn't seem like it would be a very long live, you know.
Well, you start running out of things. You get tired of talking to yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it when other people come in.
I'm with Cletus right there, buddy. TikTok sucks.
It does, but once again, if it's going to get you known, it was the #1 platform for the last year.
And Dannon says, I think TikTok will rot your brain. My wife agree with that because she can't stand it. Like I'll hit like the videos or something on it, or I'm on Instagram or whatever, and that music and the stuff goes. My wife would be like, "You're out your mind. Don't that drive you crazy? It drives me crazy. Turn it off."
TikTok sucks. Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, my buddy's taking it over. We'll see where he goes with it. Hey, dogs, do you mind getting out of the trash? Asking for a friend.
So Tim Windsor expecting my center lake for my 4x4 tomorrow. Oh man, you got to lay in that snow. You got a garage there, Tim Windsor? I hope so. Or I hope your 4-wheel drive fits in your garage.
I feel for you, Tim. If you got to do that on the ground, on Monday I just replaced the starter in my F-150 on the ground, and it was like 17 degrees.
Sugar-free candy.
I felt like shit the rest of that day and the next day.
Chef Shade Tree said I could twerk something.
Sorry, buddy, I'm not watching that video.
So right there, Cletus says that he had over 300K views, and no one came over to YouTube from there.
I've gotten some YouTube. I've gotten subscribers.
Hey.
Get out of that. Hey, Bella, stop. Go lay down somewhere.
Oh, Tim Windsor's got a 40x60. Dude, I'm coming to hang out with you.
What?
Yeah.
What?
40 by... Dude, you need to get some heat in that thing.
Oh, shit. At least one of those propane heaters. That's what I used the other day was the propane
Rich
heater.
says he's sleeping in. He's going to work Saturday. Well, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I got union business, so I'll be at the union hall tomorrow.
That's very official.
Oh, really? 400K followers don't even make 400 a month. Well, shoot, ain't worth even messing with that then.
Well, I'll tell you, it is when I'm not the one doing it. Whatever happens with it, happens with it. That's what I'm saying.
So, Tim Windsor used to be a body man, or that's just what it used to be, a shop? Because he said it used to be a body shop. Hey, Richard said he'll help you heat that thing there, Tim. There you go.
I don't know who you're talking about, but I want to send him a weather report. Maybe the next time it snows. I have ideas. I'm not an actor, though.
Who's that? Tim Windsor?
For Cletus's news show.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, his news show. Dude, I'm going to tell you something. I like that. It's funny, man.
We've all been there. We've all been there. I just had a tarp wrapped around a 2000. That was a 21, wasn't it? GMC or Sierra 1500. I did the plow.
Oh,
okay.
It was the day after I got out of quarantine, and I was still feeling like crap. So that was a fun project I never want to do again. If you ever have to take a bumper off one of those, run the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Cletus's show, that's getting to be really funny.
Yeah, he's coming up. He's got a really good channel.
He's the one that found me and brought me in.
Nice.
I think it was off Instagram. I was plugging my channel all over the place, and I know. I keep saying it. I will send you something soon. Maybe for this week. Depends on how bad it snows out.
Cletus is the new anchor man. Street Fox 347 says. Yes, he is. And dudes with wrenches. Those guys.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Do the Cletus one? Yeah, I will. If it's got to be snowing stupid in order for me to do what I want to do.
The one that you have, the whatever you call it.
Oh, this one? Where the hell is it?
Right there.
Thanks, Cletus. That's what I was thinking.
Oh. And you know, it's funny because these guys got great channels. You would think that would have subscribers up the butt, but they don't. You know, so it's just getting them out there is the thing.
Yeah, I'm noticing that YouTube is pushing pretty hard right now for some channels, and then some of them just get left in the dark, and I don't know why.
Well, you know, when you tag your videos, you know, you got to tag them where YouTube is going to pick them up. So in the search form, so when they go to do a search, you got to make sure you get your tags in there. So, you know, sometimes you just got to put 1, 2, 3 in there, you know, hashtag 1, 2, 3, so people can find stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's just kind of funny how YouTube kind of separates everything.
So I have a video, a Will It Run on a 64 C10, and I literally did research on the Will It Runs, what to name it, how to name it, and I did exactly how the big timers do it, and I think I've gotten like 230 views.
In how long of a time?
In 2 months.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not great neither if you really think about it.
How many subscribers have you got from that video?
I don't know.
So
I know I can go on and look. Hold on.
Yeah, so I mean that's the thing. So you want to kind of check, see how many subscribers you got from that video. So down when you go down where you tag your videos down at the bottom, when you put, you know, tag, and then it'll have a little tag in there. When you do the tags on the video, you got to tag. You know, you got to look and see what they're tagging their videos at, so you tag them the same.
I just want to not do all that and just post.
Well, see, that was the thing. I never really cared about it. You know, if I got views, I got views. If I didn't, I didn't. So when I started doing, you know, with these one people that I was hanging around with on YouTube, they were like, started watching my channel. So yeah, we're going to get you up to 1,000 subscribers and all your, you know, view time. And we're going to do all this and blah. And they got me there. So then it was like, well, they did all this. I guess I really have to push it now.
Yep.
Usually the Will It Run videos do very good. Yes, they do. And that and cold starts. Shorts, cold starts, and Will It Run, stuff like that, really get a lot of views.
What am I doing? I'm on the wrong platform. Let's see. Where is it? 301 views in a month, in 3 months. Let's go to.
You're getting about 100 views a month.
We want to go to reach, right?
Yep. And it should tell you how many subs you're getting from it.
Under reach or under engagement?
There's right here, Dudes with Wrenches. I'm back. He's got a lot of good stuff going on. What's going on? You're going on, Dude with Wrenches. How's that, buddy?
Yeah, he's definitely a good guy too. I've got 5. It says 5+.
So okay, so you got more than 5 subscribers from it.
Okay, maybe it's doing better than I thought.
Well, and that's the thing. So I mean, like you're getting 100 views a month. You got 3 months, you got 300. You're getting not only the views, you're getting the watch time, you're getting and the people subscribing to you.
My watch time right now on this it hasn't updated from this, I don't think. 2,482.9 is what I'm at. Love you. Good night, girl.
That's just on the one video?
No, that's
get all together.
That's all together. And I'm at 769 subscribers.
Cheyenne says, "Have a good night, everybody."
Dunker Dunker's lady is gone to bed.
What we need to do?
Daughter. What's that?
So is what we need to do, and people need to go into their communities, and I'll start doing it myself for you. And like when you're doing a live, we'll go in our communities. That way, other people see that we're in your channel, and they'll say, "Hey, Mr. Mach 1's over there. Let's go check it out." So that's what people need to do to get you more subscribers.
I think some people do that, to be honest with you.
They probably do. I'm
But
just
here's-
telling you, I'm going to start doing it.
Well, I appreciate that very much. The problem I have is that I'm a humble person, and I don't want somebody to go out of their way. Because I figure if I have to ask them to go out of their way, you know, it's
How am
not
I going out
genuine.
of my way? I'm sitting here at the keyboard.
But if I'm asking you, that makes me feel like I'm asking too much.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because people do it all the time.
Yeah. It's kind of like I stopped asking the bigger time people to try and help me out.
Well, when you get to the guys that's got, 50, 60, 100,000 subscribers, they're just trying to keep their head above water, because if they start going backwards, then they figure that they're going to start losing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So when it comes to us little guys, they don't care about us no more. They're just looking ahead they're not looking behind. In other words, they forget where they come from.
Yeah, I won't ever do that. This is all stuff that I had a conversation with my buddy this morning. It really is. It's like the same exact conversation. I don't think that I could ever forget where I come from. I really don't. Oh, she's moved.
There you go. So, like Cletus, the stuff he's talking to Rich right now about that Volvo build, see, that's kind of a group, thing there. So they're going to get all the watch hours, because now they've talked this thing up for the last month or so, and people's like, shoot, I got to see this build.
Yeah. Several months. Phone keeps going on.
Oh yeah.
Junker Clunker Bomb, how much longer? All night. We're pulling an all-nighter.
All night
She
long.
does that to me all the time.
You're gonna have to wait. I know the dog over here is hoping that he'll get off soon too, because the green screen is in front of our pantry where the dog food is. And our dog is that dog in particular is very vocal about when it's time for food, and he'll paw his bowl really obnoxiously. So he's over there in the corner going.
So Cletus is talking that he's going to start doing stuff for battered women. Now that right there is great, and I'm going to tell you something. Rich GT350R, he will definitely back him up, because Rich is a good dude, man. He's got a good heart.
Yeah, I can't wait till I can start doing the, like Christmas time, donating proceeds, from stuff that viewers give,
Right.
I just set up a PO box because I had a couple of people reaching out.
I'm sorry, Rich.
Hold on, what happened?
You said you lost my sister-in-law to domestic violence.
Oh, geez. I'm definitely sorry to hear that one.
Well, I almost lost the brother-in-law to domestic violence because I was going to kill him and my wife stopped me.
It would be it should be a grandfather clause. If you're beating a woman, you should be able to take them out back and finish them off.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm on live. But like I was saying, we just set up a PO box because I had some subscribers reach out and say they wanted to send something. I think that's really cool. It's definitely weird to think that somebody I've never met is going to send something,
Oh man, I tell you what, people out here, there's a lot of good people here in this community. There really is. And I've been in a few different communities, but I'm going to tell you something. The car community is by far the best.
I think so too. I really do.
Because I've been in cooking, I've been in, everything, and the car community is by far, and I should have always been in the car community because that's what my channel was about. And he took his life. Sorry, Rich. I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. But it's a good thing that those boys got you.
Yeah. That's some sad shit right there.
It's some very sad shit, dude.
It's a real thing, and
It is a real thing, and
the thing is, you could go down the street and you could see someone and that looks perfectly normal. I actually, I didn't personally know her that well, but she worked with me at the hospital, the local hospital. She was a coworker, and she had gone to Vermont on a vacation with her husband, and I guess they had been fighting and fighting and fighting, and she went missing. And come to find out, he had killed her, and then he had taken her apart and stuffed her in a bathroom, and it was really sad. It was disgusting.
And a person would have to be definitely out of their mind to be able to do something like that.
That was shortly after the other incident way out. Well, for us, it's way out west at Yellowstone. That's similar situation. Both these women, their husbands both did similar things. They got angry, and I'm sure it was in the heat of passion. They did these terrible things, and
I couldn't even imagine myself doing it in the heat of passion. I just couldn't do it, man.
no.
Rip apart another human being like that is just, whew.
And even take a step back and just say hit a woman.
That's pretty morbid. I'm sorry.
I mean, Renegade, I don't know if you're joking or not, but I don't personally give out my address to subscribers. I'll give it out to another YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber. But as far as subscribers, no, I don't leave my address open. That's why I got a PO box. For me, it was like $30 for 3 months. So personally, I just.
What did you say? That's $10 a month.
It's like $10 a month, something like that. It's just added security,
Oh,
yeah, you're better off doing it that way right there. But give Cletus a wrench so that way he can get rid of that troll.
Oh, where is it?
Right there.
This one?
Run.
Yeah.
I should give Cletus a wrench. Cletus, how do I do this?
All you got to do is those 3 dots on the side right there.
Oh, yeah.
Next to like Cletus's where he posted right there. There's 3 dots on the right. Just hit those three dots and it'll say make admin.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say that for me.
It says to put them in timeout.
I can put him in timeout though.
Are you using the YouTube chat or are you using StreamYard chat?
StreamYard.
Try to pop out the YouTube chat and do it.
I'll go to the YouTube.
Yeah, go to YouTube and then go to the chat in YouTube and then hit those 3 on the right hand side there. On where he put the and hit those 3 so yeah, right where he commented right there, those 3 dots, hit those 3 dots and it'll say, make moderator.
Little wrenches.
That work?
Post Cletus to see if you turn blue, man.
Well, Rich, you're a godsend to those kids.
Yep, absolutely. Hats off to that. I don't like to put a lot of things out there, but I understand more than about raising families' kids.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I raised 2 boys and 2 girls. I'm just blessed. So now Cletus can moderate your channel for you. And if you got somebody else that you can trust, you can have them moderate for you too.
So that one guy is gone. How about, is there any more?
That's the only one we've seen so far, that I've seen so far.
So that's 2 tonight. I had one early on in the chats.
Yeah, so I know Cletus, he'll take good care of you. So if you have another person up there that you trust, then you can make him that way. You got 2. That way, if one misses one, they can get it. But it's got to be somebody you trust. Just don't give the wrench to everybody.
Yeah, we did. We were talking about that in the chat a couple of weeks ago. Somebody gave a bunch of wrenches out and ended up making a mess of the channel.
Yeah, the trolls have been rampant lately. Just like Britt says, they've been hitting everybody's channel. There's live streams. Yeah, Tim would be a good guy. Tim, I know Tim real well. He'd be perfect if you need another moderator.
Yeah, we got 2 in here now, so I think we're set there.
There you go. Shop Cat Industries. What's going on, my YouTube friend?
Oh, I just got that. I just read that out loud.
What?
Cement worker. Like cement. Oh my gosh.
Hey, yeah, actually talking about that.
Watches Victory.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you watch Victory? You guys ever watch Victory?
I may.
It's called Victory Outdoor Services. His main channel objective is to pour concrete, and I don't know what it is, but just the way that he edits his videos, he's just a really cool guy.
You never know the random stuff. Like I sit and watch it with him and my dad, but they'll sit there. I'll come in from somewhere, and they'll be watching like really weird stuff sometimes. Like I mean, it just blossoms into a every week thing sometimes. One of them was just power washing cars.
Oh, that stuff that's freaking cool.
But then another one was the cement. Another one was cutting grass. I'm like, we're sitting here watching a video about cutting grass. We can do that outside without, we can make our own video.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it is that you guys got to make bloopers of each other.
Exactly. There's plenty of those, that's for sure.
Well, shit, we watch. What's that?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the other ones that she kind of thinks is weird is the abandoned videos, like $400 million home abandoned.
Oh, I don't think that's
we just
weird.
Watched one.
I find that fascinating.
That literally you step back in time by like 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like somebody walked out of the house and just left it. The lights still work. The house is clean. There's a freaking shotgun next to the door. It's just like if somebody walked out of this house and never returned.
Oh, I watched Pink Floyd's Abandoned Mansion a couple weeks ago. It was kind of creepy because it's supposed to be like
haunted, probably.
But it wasn't a haunted. It wasn't that type of video, but it actually gave me. I wouldn't say a nightmare, but it gave me a weird dream that same night that I was going to a mansion and there was some like girl that was her spirit was, I don't know, it was weird, but it's because I watched that video.
So I want to ask your wife a question. When Junkers gave you that car, what was your first reaction?
Holy fuck!
What was your first thought? Oh, he's gonna bring this home and.
So I didn't know what to expect because everyone was so secretive, and it made me nervous at first because, like, I'm one of those people where I don't automatically expect to get something, and I should know him by now, but he's like, money's tight. I can only get you one present this year. And he got me a pair of headphones so that I could do computer stuff. I was like, well, that's really cool. I don't need more than one present. But then I was upstairs helping my stepdaughter. I never know who's watching. I don't want to offend anyone. I consider her like my daughter, but she's my stepdaughter.
You're off topic.
But anyways, I was upstairs helping her with her LED lights. And then my youngest stepson told me that I need to go outside for something. But he told me I couldn't look. And it was very icy out. So I was like, well, how am I supposed to not look and not slip on ice? But he was like, okay, look this way. All of a sudden I see the 350 out of my periphery. And, like you saw in the video, Junkers pulled up and he was like, hey, Merry Christmas. Not thinking, I'm like, oh, Merry Christmas, love you too. And then it was almost like slow-mo. I saw the truck and then the trailer with the El Camino. And I was like I wasn't processing anything at first. I was like, just looking at it. I was like, wait, that's for me. The reason why I was crying is because I want to say either middle school or high school. I've always been kind of a tomboy. I've always liked cars, but I didn't know a lot about the automotive part of it. I just liked cars. And I saw this car truck hybrid. And I was like, this is awesome. Whoever came up with this was a genius. And since then, I've had intermittently, I've had little Hot Wheels collectibles, or anytime I've seen one out in public, I've always just really wanted one. And that's all I've talked about for wanting a car for years. And somehow he picked that out of every conversation we had about dream cars. And it was like your whole dream going into fruition. It's like coming out of your brain and in front of you on pavement. So I have to say that was a lot of it. It was shock, disbelief,
dog hair.
I haven't felt that amount of joy in a while. And
thanks.
Well, no, you didn't let me finish. The other part of the joy was that it's not just the car. I was thinking about all the hours we're going to get to spend together putting it together. And
oh crap, I screwed up.
Yep. It's about time.
No, I
enjoyed. That was really awesome. I really enjoyed that video. I did.
I wanted to. I mean, she's sitting out back right now because I know the Mustang and the Falcon have to have their turn too, and my Renegade's probably pretty upset because she hasn't had her lift put on yet. But I mean, I literally, because she doesn't have a rear windshield or a driver's side window, I kind of tucked it in. I took a tarp because I don't have a car cover yet, and it's almost like I tucked her in so that she wouldn't get. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever not to the extent of being like psycho, but kind of humanize your car in some way?
Oh, listen, people can call me crazy. I don't give two shits. I think that cars in their own way, have a soul. And when I see a car like that, it kind of speaks to me. It tells me what it wants to be, That car has told me what it wants to be.
What you're saying, though, makes a lot of sense, because a lot of cars that I've had and I've sold years ago, I wonder how those cars are doing today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They become a part of your life, and if it's a car you decide to keep, then it kind of becomes part of your family.
Well, now my 70 Mach 1, I've had that car literally since I was 12 years old. My dad was going in a hospital, and he wanted to make sure that I had my very first car. Well, when I was like 7 or 8, my brother had a 428 70 Mach 1. You're down. And so he was getting ready to go have surgery. So in case something happened to him, he wanted to make sure I had my very first car. So he bought that car from a lady for $500. And I still got the car. And I'm 56.
Yep.
Sorry, I had to turn that off because my wife's walking around here in pajamas.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to get your butt kicked.
Exactly. But
yeah,
I can honestly say that that car, the only way that I would sell it, if I was getting ready to lose everything I had and I needed the money.
I feel you there, because the Mustang, the one that's literally in back of me, that's the one I showed the video a couple minutes about. That's that car. So I don't remember what year it was, but my Nana was like a mother to me. And unfortunately, she was an hour and a half away from me. I didn't get to see her a lot the last few years of her life because, I'm busy. I got 3 kids and a house I got to take care of. And I got a call that she was passing. So, okay, I got to get the hell up to Vermont. I got to go. And I flew home, grabbed some stuff, threw it in the truck. I had 1 foot in the truck, 1 foot out, and I got the call that she was gone. I had my mother here and what is now my ex-wife, and they were both just they were too close to me. I couldn't talk to anybody. I was beyond upset and pissed. And I walked into my hallway and I punched the wall and I broke my hand. So not only did a huge part of my life just leave, I've now got a broken hand. I'm out of work. I'm sitting there and I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do for the next 6 to 8 plus weeks. And I learned Craigslist. So I started getting some four wheelers, messing with those the best you can with one hand, And then I come across this Mustang. And I was like, that has to be my car. I have to get that car somehow. That was the very first classic car that I've ever owned. And it was an absolute shitbox. Absolute, should have gone to the junkyard, but it was mine and right here. It was mine and nobody's ever going to take that from me. And that's still, 10 years later, the same mindset I have. That car will never leave. It's if it leaves, it's going to get cut up and I'll put it in a pile in the basement somewhere. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I would never sell that car. It would have to be my car. It would have to be because I needed the money. No job, no money. That'd be the only way I could get rid of that car. Right now, I have sweet garage, no keys. And she cycles the exhaust valves. No reason but just to say hello. Even old little farm engines. So Shopcat's got to keep everything. Cars do have personalities. I've had some cars that had some rotten personalities. You had to get rid of them. Junkers, you're muted, right?
I do. Brittany went outside and the dogs think that she's an intruder apparently because they're barking up a storm. So I'm trying to yell at her, tell her to come inside so the dogs stop barking.
Oh, no, you've had that Camaro you bought one time there, Cletus, had a personality. Oh, I've had some cars that had some rotten personalities. They had to go.
Yeah. No, I've always wanted a Mustang, and I have a whole video that I'm putting together right now because I know that everybody's heard this, but it's very close to coming in. I'm just trying to get some stuff done because I have one bay. Otherwise, I'm working outside, and I'm not planning on doing that. My everyday driver, my Jeep, is overheating. I think the head gasket is possibly gone. I've got the truck, but that thing sucks the gas up so quick. And then my mother's car got in a wreck a couple of months ago, so they've just got the truck, and she can't drive standard nor a truck. So I'm trying to figure out a vehicle that I can put her in so she can at least get around. And on top of that, their truck is needing a lot of work. We have piles of parts in the garage. I just haven't gotten to it yet. My ex-father-in-law has a Jeep that he needs a buttload of stuff done. one of my best friends / brothers, he's got a vehicle that needs worked on. His girl, it just keeps going. It's like there's not enough time of the day to get everything done and still make a video and get that car in.
Trust
truth
me,
be
I
told,
know.
I'm a little nervous about doing it. I'm not going to lie. And that might be one of the reasons I hesitate on doing it. I know it's just metal and putting it together and shit, but being my absolute dream car, I don't want to ruin it, you know?
Well, you know, Rich right here says I talk to all my cars and trucks, but I may need to be committed. Rich, if that was the case, I would have been committed a long time ago.
Yep. I've talked to my cars forever too.
Well, I've cussed a lot of them out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Laying on the ground the other day doing that starter, I was like, "You are such an asshole." That is
I've cussed a lot of them out.
That is the only time that truck in the 11 years that I've owned it has let me down. That's it. That is the one and only time. So I guess that's not too bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
I mean, you figure I put probably 1,000,001 starts on that starter. You know,
my wife come out in the garage one time. She goes, "Who are you yelling at?" I said, "This damn car."
Yeah. Oh, Night Renegade. Sorry, I didn't see you heading out.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
Anybody that works on a car understands. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Oh yeah. Looks like people are dropping out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to pop off here because I got to be at the Union Hall in the morning. So I work afternoons. But
what are you doing for work right now?
I work at Detroit Diesel.
Nice.
So I you know, I'm actually an auditor repair person. So I do a lot of repairs when the vendor stuff comes in and that. And I am also the my local UAW. I'm the vice president of the local.
Wow.
So I work at the local a couple of days a week too.
And you're trying to start your own business back up? Jeez.
And I'm starting it back. Well, see, that's why I'm retiring in 6 years.
Yeah, right.
So I want it up and running. So that way, when I retire from diesel, I'm going back to the junkyard. So I have something to do. And my brother just retired and he just got back from being sick. So I'm waiting for him to get a little bit better and start feeling better and warm up a little bit. I'm going to put him in there so we can start getting things organized until I retire, you know.
Yeah. That's a good retirement.
Well, I'm going to do something I enjoy. And not have to worry about paying the bills because I'll have retirement coming in from diesel.
Nice. Oh, so it's a city job, yeah? Nice.
No, it's you know, we build diesel engines, so like the DD15s and stuff like that for semis. Yeah. I'm gonna have to come up for a photo op with our. Bring it up, dude. We got lots of cars to do photo ops with that thing. We'll make fun of it. Actually, Rich, are you planning on going to Ford Takeover at all? The DD15s suck. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Cletus. We had the best engine on the market there, and it was the Series 60, and they stopped making it and went to that DD15. And I agree, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know much about diesels. I've only owned one, and it was a 1.6. Yeah, it was a Jetta.
Yeah.
And, I know that I would like to get into them. They're just stupid expensive to get into, and I don't have the money right now.
Well, Rich, if you go to Ford Takeover, then we could all meet up and do a photo shoot, do a lot of things. But yeah, so, you know, yeah, he worked as a service manager at Freightliner, so he knows about, the Detroit engines, the new ones now, but the Series 60 was a good engine. But they stopped making it.
Wonder why.
Because it wasn't their engine.
Yeah.
You know, that was a General Motor engine. Went to Roger Penske. Roger Penske fixed all the problems with it. And then when the Germans bought us out, which is Daimler, when they bought us out, they didn't want that engine anymore because it wasn't theirs.
Well, I think I'm gonna get off down here, and we'll catch everybody next week.
Well, thanks for having me up, my friend.
I appreciate you coming on. You gave me another hour or so worth of talking, and I'll try and plan something better for next week. But hey, we had a lot of people still just sitting there watching. So,
and you got everybody in the chat right now are all good people. I'm going to tell you.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
So, my friend, you have a great rest of your night, and I will see you again.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good night, everybody in chat.
All right, so I think we're going to end it here. Yeah, I know. I wish I lived closer too. Oh, you're such an awesome guy. Why? Why are you such an awesome guy? And why aren't you closer? You know, summer homes. I'm sure I could find one up here for you. Just build your garage you could live out of, and I could just use year round. But that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate everybody that came in and supported. I'll say it again. Nobody likes TikTok, but I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I set up a PayPal if anybody's interested. And we have a P.O. box now if anybody wants to send your stickers out. Or anything. I'm not begging for nothing. I definitely don't want anything that involves me begging. So, but if you guys have any stickers, you want to send out a letter or some pictures to cars, go ahead to P.O. Box 365, Laconia, New Hampshire 03246, and all the information's over on my page too, on my wall. Like I said, there's PayPal there. Everything is Junker Clunkers with a Z at yahoo.com. So if you guys feel like you want to help out in any way, go for it. Otherwise, we'll check you. See you guys next week. Enjoy. And we'll have a video up Tuesday night, hopefully, of the F-150. Have a good night, everybody.